experience is the experiment.
Wow.
Here we are. We've done it.
It's good that we could see Ableton and not our faces, because no, don't show our faces.
I like to look myself dead.
No,
because
then it's like, you know when you're on FaceTime and you're like constantly wanting to make sure you look good, even if you're on FaceTime with like your mom, you're just like trying to make sure you look your best.
Parting your hair.
Oh,
Well, when it's with your parents, it's so they know that you're not doing as bad as we probably are.
That's true, but I'll even find myself like adjusting the angle of my camera to look good, and I'm like, dude, I'm FaceTime with my mom. Like, why am I doing this? This is crazy.
Because you're a good son.
It's that, or I'm just
It's
the
just
most
natural.
narcissistic
Yeah, no, it is
man.
natural.
No, everyone. I think everyone does it.
Boys,
No, you
we're
did.
here.
That's why I don't
We've done it.
FaceTime.
We've done it.
We've done it.
Cheers.
We're gonna have to
Cheers.
find the name of our
I'll
new
have to do-
podcast.
Cheers, boys.
I'll have to do.
Let me pour one real fast.
Shabbos Boys.
Y'all are good people. I don't care what
Let me get
anyone
that.
says.
Shabbos Boys isn't a bad name.
Oh, thank you.
Shabbos Boys goes kind of
Shabbos Boys,
crazy.
because like Shabbos Goy is a thing, but Shabbos Boys.
The Shabbos Boys.
That's actually phenomenal.
You like it, Shabbos Boys?
I like that. I like it.
Are we going by Shabbos Boys now?
No, it's just a
Boys?
thought. It's just a thought. It's a thought.
It sounds like BLP's record label. You know, like French Montana is Coke Boys. BLP is Shabbos
The
Boys.
Shabbos Boys.
Okay, what are we cheersing to? For our
To
first
no
podcast
music
together.
on Friday.
Wow.
Let's fuck
To what? To what?
No music on Friday.
Hey, no music on Friday. Shabbos Boys.
If you don't click the glass, it's real bad luck.
To the new reoccurring podcast done by musicians that has nothing to do with music.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa,
Trippy,
whoa, buddy.
But I can consider it part of the podcast because you guys make music.
Yeah. Kind of hard not to talk about music.
We'll definitely talk about music.
Okay,
Probably
conundrum.
most of the time.
That's like speaking of Shabbos Boys, like when I have those parties and I have the people over, and I have a rule that I don't talk about, music or
Yeah.
work on Shabbos, and like everyone's coming to the party and it's like 90% music people, and like, hey man, like da 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 about my career, or like what have you been working on? And it's so hard to like, just be like, hey, it's hard to not be rude and be like, hey, I don't want to talk about business right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because people, it's like,
You
it could
do
be
a good job
it
at
could,
it,
it could
though.
be like kind of rude,
You do a good job, but also it's like there's this few group outside of like a few of them ago. There's like a few new people every time. So as long as they know,
Yeah.
everybody else already knows it.
Yeah, I guess
We're not
it's
talking
kind
about
of
it.
established.
I've been around where someone new will start talking to Mickey about music stuff on like a Friday night, and I just know it's coming.
Kobe goes up
At a
to them
certain
before.
point.
How do I handle it?
You handle it very well. You just
Kobe
say-
goes up to them. He's like, "Yo, Mickey was really excited to tell you about his new song."
Right,
Ask him
right.
about his new song. Ask him
Right.
about what he's working on.
Oh no! Tell him what you're working.
Yeah.
No, but you do it. You're just honest, which is good.
So how about you explain who you guys are? I was gonna do it, but it'd be funnier. Better yet, you want to explain Kobe, and Kobe will explain
Oh,
you.
I love that.
Everybody already knows Mickey.
I love that.
Kobe,
Wow.
first off, he's a total narp. Not a real
Wait,
person.
You
In the
said narp
best
or narc?
narp. I'm bringing narp back.
What's narc?
I've never
Not,
heard
not a real person.
Oh wow.
That's
You mean not a real word?
Not
Yeah.
a real person.
that's like a MySpace.
It's
era.
kind of crazy.
Okay.
Is that mean?
no.
No, no.
Because I mean,
I
it-
for some
I
reason
mean it
take
in
that
the-
as a huge compliment.
No, it's a huge compliment. I think we're all narps. To be fair, that's how it was started.
Not a real
Yeah.
person.
for anyone because he's just. You only know one Jones. You guys know it. I know it. I don't know
Wow.
how to present him to the camera. I'm still getting used to the camera.
A mythical character.
Everyone, I just
Wow.
You know
Yeah.
Kobe's
Keep it
there because Mulan walks in a minute before.
Yeah.
It's like it's like the ultimate hello, and she's right behind you. I'm okay on that.
Like when he brought her to Amar's show at like a venue,
I
and
heard
this
about
dog
that.
just scampering around on the floor,
Just came to the venue.
and then she had like a
security looking
diaper
for
on
her.
or some shit.
How old is she?
She's a year
She's a year.
and change. Yeah.
And how long have you had her?
Had her for. She's a year because she's probably like a year and 2-3 months old.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've had her for about a year.
Yeah.
Unreal.
okay. Not to interject, but I feel like I didn't do Kobe justice. So
I kind of was like.
I'll circle back. I've
He's a
lived.
narp.
I've lived in the loft at Kobe's house. We used to drive to work together every day. Like he was like my first real friend in LA. So what that meant is at a certain point of living here, I like left my second job in LA, and Kobe's family took me in, and we would crawl out onto his roof every day in the morning before work. Like up in the loft, there was this little window, and we would like crawl outside. We'd smoke a joint, change shirts, go downstairs, and then I'd drive him to work. Then in the car on the way to work, we would do. Should I be telling people this?
Yeah, you could
Okay,
tell
public
that.
info.
Yeah.
His
Okay.
mom's not going to see this.
I'll let you. Even if she could see
So
it.
then
I
on
don't
the
think he will. I
way,
don't
I'm
think any
sending
of
it
these
to
guys
her.
will.
I'm sure she's somewhat aware of your
Not a cigar guy,
habits.
Kobe.
she is.
But
It tastes
then
like patchouli.
Yeah, they're super sweet. They're dipped in something.
oh fuck
I love
my
them.
story.
Sorry, keep going.
Do you have a cutter?
So
Yeah.
then on the way to work, because the one joint wasn't enough on the roof. Then on the way to work, we'd smoke a joint in the car. Kobe would then change shirts again before going to the office, and then I would drive to my job, and then at the end of the day, I'd pick him up, and we'd do the same thing on the way home, and then it was just a wild time in my life that I'm forever grateful for. We're like real family.
How long did you live at Kobe's?
A year and a half, probably.
That's real love.
Would it be a year and a half?
That's real
And
love.
then I
You
moved
should
to Shyman's.
you should also give like a little context of like what it's like Kobe's house is, because it's not a normal house.
Kobe is the youngest of 12. It's a very communal house.
Yeah.
I don't want to is it okay if I talk about at all? Or? No, I won't.
Yeah.
You were
Oh,
saying
yeah.
that Kobe's the youngest.
Yeah,
of
it's the youngest of
bunch
12.
kids.
His father was a rabbi,
I
like
think-
a
I think-
legendary rabbi.
Mhm.
And they
he-
just they first off and foremost, they like really brought me back onto my path of Judaism at like the perfect time.
Shabbos
in my
boys.
life. And so like that was crazy, but it's like nowhere else that you'll ever be in your life, especially if you didn't grow up on that level of Judaism.
Yeah.
So it was really cool for me.
Yeah, I think what you wanted to say about G-Reg, we could talk about more maybe another time.
Yeah.
It's just my house, for instance, Dean stayed for a year and a half. The person we mentioned stayed for about 5 years.
That's a
There's
long
been
time.
People, yeah, there's been people who stayed for 8 years. It's like, I don't know, kind of like a hostel, but in an actual someone's house.
Yeah.
You know.
It's a beautiful place too.
Thank you.
Perfect for parties.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we like to party there.
And there's nothing better than waking up and looking on Instagram so I can see a video of Kobe and his dog out by the pool. That's how I start. It's like
Yeah, I'm
that
just
and
trying
coffee.
to-
I
trying to
love
spread the vibes.
the shortlist Marnin post.
I was gonna say, do you know
of
about
Kobe.
his morning post?
I haven't done it.
He used to every
I gotta
single
do
day
it
for
more.
like a year straight.
Yeah.
It was MARNIN, like Marnin, like
Marnin.
I guess like the way like a country, someone like a
Yeah,
redneck,
Marnin.
like
And it was
an
Kobe.
Irishman or something.
and it's Kobe shirtless in the mirror, and it just says Marnin, and it's just like why do I need to see this?
Why
every day?
not?
It was actually why I stopped following you. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, but you keep checking though.
I do. I can't really help myself.
Did you say anything about music?
I don't think so.
Let's add that part.
Well, we could.
We're
Like
getting there? No,
about Kobe's music?
Yeah.
Well, I met Kobe because my first
Mhm.
job in Los Angeles, my boss had paid me to finish up and help Kobe finish up his songs. So that's how we met, and he became like my first like actual Los Angeles friend. And then we made a song together called "Life So Crazy," which to this day goes so hard.
Yeah, and I'm,
You
and I'm-
wrote some like
and I told you
existential
this
shit.
before.
It was
I'm
incredible.
naming an album "Life So Crazy."
It's the
One
best
of my
album
albums
name ever.
is going. It's 100%. Yeah.
But like that song, and then like when we put out that song, we made like a fake. It was like
I'm trying to
we
picture how
made like a
crazy your
fake
guys'
Drake
lives
tweet.
were.
I felt so. This is actually a wild story. We made a fake Drake tweet, and it was Drake saying like, "Yo, Life So Crazy is the realest song I've heard in a minute." And then I like screenshotted it and posted it, and the song in like 3 hours got like a few thousand streams.
Smart.
And then
It's good
my
marketing.
boss at the time was like, "You shouldn't do that. Like don't do it." And then I
Because
took
you're
the tweet
dog.
down.
Argued with
But it was
you.
pretty crazy. I mean, he
I-
would do that. That's
I
the
know,
thing.
but I'm
Like,
saying
that's the truth.
I didn't want to take it down.
Who's your boss? and where's his
Nah,
address?
we're not talking about
I'm
it.
just joking.
It's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
joke.
I'm just joking.
I'm just joking.
Whoever it is,
He's
a chump.
honestly a good dude.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
He's a
But
chump.
Just had a
I
bad
just wanna
idea.
name
He's chump.
Yeah, there's no
names that we don't need to. Yeah.
I'm just definitely don't. I would have blurted it out anyways,
Shabbos
or made
boys,
it
baby.
louder.
But it was
Just,
yeah.
the
It
story.
was and we had Saks on the beach. We did the
Yeah.
clothing
I mean,
commercial for
we did a
PX
nice
clothing.
amount, yeah. Sacks on the beach. That was fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But-
Kobe, who's Dean?
Damn.
Dean is
Who am I?
Dean. I think is an adventurous explorer, ready to take any risk that he needs to in order to accomplish what he wants. That's first and foremost, honestly.
That's like the best compliment ever.
No, it's very true.
Thank you.
Like I moved to New York for a little bit, but Dean really is someone I know a few people like this. Mickey is someone like this as well. But I'm
That's
just
not
saying,
true. I stay inside all the time.
I'm just saying in terms of the idea of having a certain goal / dream, and let's say moving to LA, not knowing what the outcome is going to be, you know, I think it's a lot easier said than done. I feel like I would do it, but point is that I met Dean really early in his Los Angeles career, and I was so sick how like even in the beginning, he was putting himself in like such interesting situations that I kind of was being comfortable at the time. Like I wouldn't. You were basically exploring, and so you met. You could talk about it if you want later, but I'm saying certain names that are fucking legendary.
That's right.
In the
Wow.
industry, like working with like I'm talking about like iconic names
Yeah.
from a very early
crazy.
stage of like you just
Can we throw
moved-
one out there? I'm so curious.
It's up to Dean.
I don't know.
Yeah.
How about
No.
throw it out there, and if you want me to blurt it, I'll blurt it out.
Maybe we'll just do it.
His name was
legally.
Yeah, maybe yeah, but like
It was a legendary name, and it was a incredible experience that helped my growth. But it was also just like fucking
sorry
insane.
for coughing
Yeah.
on the mic the whole time.
Like it was like a
Jeez.
horror story to something.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah.
but point is that I saw Dean. I've been working at this time that we met. I've been working on music for already years, and Dean was someone I know a few people doing it in the industry, but Dean was like pretty much staying at my house and in very cool situations, knowing just other very talented, which is cool, like-minded people. I know Danny through Dean, really, essentially,
That's crazy.
So yeah. So like in terms of a music community, I know that Dean was like very explorative in like putting himself in like, yeah, I'm gonna chill with these, not in terms of Mick necessarily, but there's other crews of people, like fucking complete strangers. But it was a good idea for you to be around, even if
Yeah.
you didn't even fully enjoy it.
Yeah,
you were
you're getting
taking
shit
the
on,
bullet to accomplish your dreams. So that's I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but yeah, like a bull, just like stubborn, knowing what you want to do. Stubborn in a good way.
No, stubborn's a good
Um,
word to put my
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah,
but
journey.
But I never thought I had this perspective, but it is kind of crazy. I never thought about this, but like you didn't have to like move anywhere. Like the industry is here. So I never thought about what it would feel like because you said you were like, oh, I
Yeah.
don't know if I would have made that move.
Yeah.
Right?
I think my mentality, I probably would do whatever I have to do, but I can't know that for a fact
Mm.
because I
But
was.
does
born
that make
here.
you feel
That part of your journey was so good for you though, because you really learned how to produce in New York. Actually, like
I
you
know
weren't
that.
really a producer prior to New York,
No,
and you moved there, and it forced you to become that, which was super freaking.
it's
cool,
the most
honestly.
important thing. I think literally the most important thing that happened to
Yeah.
my music career.
It's like wild how that worked out for you. Actually,
Yeah, I would have never started.
Because before
Producing seriously.
before you left, like I was like we were doing some stuff, and
Yeah.
then you came back and you're like, "Fuck you, D." I
I
produced
wasn't
that. No, you weren't a dick about it. It was just
No, when
funny.
I
like-
started producing.
yeah, no, you were just crushing it. Honestly,
Thanks,
you were
yeah.
good, like right off the bat.
Thank you. Yeah,
You're always a taste guy.
thank you.
You guys should be friends.
Yeah.
Sounds like you might like each other.
Yeah, I think so.
We'll
And,
hug.
and how do you all know Mickey? Or Mickey, how do you know them?
I know these boys through Danny Shyman.
He's
When
been on here a
Mickey
few times.
moved to Los Angeles, I was living on the couch. Was I there first? or
No,
did
I was
move
there
in when
first.
you were
I was there first
Oh, you were there
because I was there when Sherbo lived there.
You
Wow.
lived on Danny's couch?
I lived on
I
Danny's
lived on
couch
Danny's
for like
couch
2
in his
years.
bedroom.
A lot of people lived on Danny's couch.
Yeah.
In his bedroom,
Shit
which
ton.
means neither of us were getting laid for like I don't know months.
Wait, you lived in the bedroom with him.
Yes,
Why not
he had
somewhere?
a roommate. He had a roommate in the other bedroom, and
Oh, so that was a bedroom. That wasn't a studio.
it was a bedroom. It was a tricky situation, but I lived there for like 3 months on his couch, and it was very nice of him to do that. It was right out of college, so 10 years ago. Fucking 32 now. Yeah, that was how I not met Danny. That's how I met these guys, was through Danny. I like vaguely remember Dean calling Danny. We were like driving up Laurel Canyon, and Dean was just going on and on about something, and Danny's like, "Yeah, Dean will just." He'll just talk. He'll talk your ear
I'll
off.
say especially at that time in my life, I'll selfly admit that I was very full of myself.
No, it wasn't even like
I wasn't full of myself, but
It wasn't like
I
that.
didn't know.
Passionate about.
I was so passionate about my life that I did not know how to talk about like other people.
It was
and
just
what
just
they
like,
were doing. Like
but
it was everything was about me.
It was,
and
it was
like
just about
I-
music. Dean was
But
just
that
like,
shit
I learned
makes
the
you
hard
that
way.
makes you personable. You know, I'd rather have somebody talk my ear off than somebody who's just like an asshole or doesn't have the ability to connect.
No, but you're not connecting if you're not also talking to the other person about themselves.
Or
Like I
hearing
feel like
what
back
to
then,
hear.
and I've learned like just like over time, it's just like you
I'm
you
lit.
if you're so absorbed
lit,
with
baby.
yourself, but you're not absorbed like with what other
Yeah.
people think.
But
like,
anyway,
it's so
Danny goes,
important.
"That's Dean," and then I don't know, 2-3 months later, maybe 6 months later, we all lived together.
Yeah, that was
With Loy.
so crazy. It was me on the couch, Loy sleeping
In my room.
in your room,
Crowder
Crowder, and Danny.
and Danny.
And we were just we watched Sopranos during that time.
And Danny
full
was like
times.
embarrassed.
Full times.
Yeah.
Danny was embarrassed, but he would like sneak out to like go see the neighbor that he was like seeing, and he had to sneak out of his own
The
bedroom.
side door, the side
He had
door.
to sneak out of his
exit.
own bedroom because he knew that we would give him shit if he like in his own
Oh,
house.
in his own house.
It
He
was
went out the
crazy.
side door to avoid us. We'd be like, dude, what?
That's hilarious.
But that's
Yeah,
how
those
like
days.
those vibes were crazy in the best way.
And I know all of you guys because the first season I put this on, one of the first 5 episodes, I'm pretty sure, I hit up Mickey. I saw his stuff because you were working with, weren't you working with like a mod or somebody?
Yeah, that's how we met. Yeah,
Um,
and I bought the rug from your cousin.
Oh yeah, so I hit up Mickey.
Which rug? The rug in your hallway?
one I threw away the other day.
Oh,
I saw
You hate to see it.
Mickey. I realized that Mickey was Aryay, and I heard his stuff. What is it, lawnmower? Is it called?
Let's go, boys.
Um,
Let's go, boys.
And I hit him up, and randomly, pretty quickly, he answers, "How do you know who I am?" or something like that.
Oh shit.
And I go, "Who the fuck is this dude?" And he goes, No. Your cousin was at my house, or I bought a rug
Oh,
from your cousin.
It's pretty bizarre. I was watching Bradley's vlogs. He has like these YouTube vlogs, and I was like low key like fanning out. I was like, this guy's like just cool. I was like, he just like dresses cool,
Yeah.
looks cool, and I was like fanning out. And then like a month fucking later, his cousin goes, when I met his cousin, I bought the rug from on OfferUp. He's like, you should check out my cousin Bradley. So I'm stalking Bradley's fucking YouTube channel. A month later, he messages me, "Hey, I see you're working with my
Wow.
friend. I'd love to have you on the podcast." I was like, "How do you even know who the
That's
fuck I am?" I was
crazy.
like, "You don't understand. I was stalking you."
But it was so startling. You're just like how do you know who I am or something like that? I'm like, who the fuck is this dude? He's like, no. Like, I just bought a rug from your cousin. I've been watching your vlogs,
Yeah.
and I didn't have the setup at all. There was no cameras or anything. But I
No,
went
you came. Yeah, you came
went
to
to
my
your
place.
house and used your mics,
Wow.
and at least one of them.
And you met David. Was
Yeah.
there? Scott Esch was there.
I met David. I met a guy who
Damn.
gave me mushrooms.
I think Gotti was there. It
And-
was the end of Shabbos. Shabbos was
That's
ending,
crazy.
and Bradley
Oh, that's
came over.
what it was.
I told my friend, I had all these friends over. We were like drinking and hanging out. I was like,
That's
I'm doing a podcast now, so you guys can stick around if you want. Everyone left.
and now
I was
you guys
like,
have been like my family out here since then, which is ridiculous.
It's crazy, yeah.
Like the people who are going to be in my life forever, I've only known for the past year, and I was looking for the past 8.
Wow.
and it's
Wow.
weird.
It's honestly crazy.
My
It
friends
really
from
is.
growing up are fucking amazing, and they're going to be my people forever. But you know, it's based off of geography, which again doesn't. I found them and they found me, but I didn't know anybody who played music growing up. Not really, at least. I played drums in a room by myself, an 8x8 foot room, my whole life until I was pretty much 18, outside of summer camp. And then you come out here and you search for like 4 years, you can't find a single person who's.
Wow.
I shouldn't say that. I have a Kosh who I've lived with for 5 years, and I have Elle, and I had Luke and Duke and all these people. But then you find the people that you're like, oh, this is why I life didn't give it me yet. I had to be appreciative of the fact that I'm about to find the people I'm gonna have forever, and it's fucking wild.
Yeah.
So because I had a podcast with you, now I got all of you.
By the
guys.
way,
That's so cool.
That's awesome.
first of all, that's obviously amazing.
Yeah.
But it's so great to like. I've met so many people through you,
Mm.
and it's so great to not be like, oh, how do you know Bradley? Because I told my mom, I'm like, oh, I'm this guy from Michigan. All my family's from Michigan.
Yeah,
How do you know Bradley? I'm like, oh, I like met him through, and it's like not through Danny.
Yeah.
That's such a like nice thing to not be like, because I know everyone through fucking Danny.
Yeah.
and I know
Same.
everybody I don't know through you. I know through Danny.
Wow.
Right. So
Well-
it's nice to start, like, that's why I wanted to start the Shabbases at my place, so I can like have other people meet people through me.
Well,
And
and,
through
You
like,
could be
well,
that dude.
it was
yeah,
wild.
I'm trying to be
Yeah.
that guy.
Hell yeah,
L-
man.
I'm
well,
trying to be that guy.
matchmaker. It's a
but because of
matchmaker.
what you've been doing, I started doing the jams that have 50 people here.
And you do Shabbos
And
sometimes too, which I wish you would do more. But
well,
Yeah, you
I
should.
don't do it because now you and Danny have them all the time. So I'm just I'm
Danny's
taking,
a psychopath, just doing them like every week.
yeah,
That's,
they're
like,
so fun though. But
He's an
both
all
of
or
them.
nothing guy though. He's
Yeah.
a beast.
Well, Danny
Like,
though,
he's actually
I went
man.
to Danny's Shabbos last
Shout
week,
out Shiny.
and I was like, "Where's Danny?" for a couple minutes, and I look, and his bedroom door's wide open. He's just laying in bed texting while everybody's
I thought you were
there.
gonna say reading, which would have made more
Yeah.
sense.
And I
I've
just
seen
sat
that.
there with him and just like talked for a couple minutes. I'm like, "This is the most Danny shit in the world."
Right. I would never do that at my Shabbos because I'd be way too drunk and like, just
Well,
like
Imagine you reading.
yeah, just sitting on my
Just
bed
in
reading.
the middle.
It was unreal. But meeting all these people, it's just the craziest shit how one good person happens to know a lot of other good people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one shitty person knows a lot of shitty people.
Oh yeah.
But these
Depends
guys,
what you're
Wait,
looking
shout out
for.
to Ben
Yeah.
Goldman because I wouldn't know
Wow.
Mickey if it wasn't for Ben.
Wow.
Because Mickey took me to a party at Danny's and then Danny and I became friends. And
wait,
then
no, you
I thought you knew
you
Danny
knew Danny
first.
before me.
what?
You knew Danny before me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of
Oh,
course.
so but
So
you
in
know,
what-
but you
in
know him
what
through
round?
Ben.
Yeah, no, Danny.
Oh,
through
you know
Ben.
Danny
Oh,
through
okay,
Ben.
yeah.
Okay.
I actually okay. 'Cause
And I
wanted
knew
to know
Danny
that.
before you.
I was just gonna say like I don't know, these guys, I've known them for so long, like it's crazy to think how long I've been here, like 10 years, same with
Wow.
Dean, like 10 plus whatever, maybe almost 11. But like we're all like you guys like just feel like the homies from like home.
Exactly.
And
I feel the
same
same
with same
way.
with Bradley.
Yeah.
And maybe that's like a fucking Jewish thing, I don't know, but like there is some it feels like some high school shit where like it's like, oh yeah, like I know you, bro. Like I
But
know
like,
you.
there's certain people you meet and you're just like, that's like, it's like, you know, when you meet someone and they're not like your people, and it's like you meet people and you're instantly like comfortable and
Yeah.
can
But-
just like talk and
Do
like make
whatever.
like a weird joke right off the bat and like it's cool.
Right.
And like,
Sometimes
yeah, you guys
yeah.
have always been those
Well,
people.
it's also though like Elle's not Jewish, and she understood Shabbat. She's been to Shabbats with me, and I have
Yeah.
another group of friends out here that I've known since I was like 2, who are the people I was telling you about that I want to introduce you to. That are just like the other group of people that just get me. They're like the fucking best. But she didn't
fans.
understand Shabbats and like I did, and I don't think I did for a while. I don't think I understood. I'm not a religious person, but I'm very spiritual and I like tradition. My great grandma was in the Holocaust. I held her hand going through Holocaust museums and felt that squeeze and like
Ooh.
it makes you want to keep the things that are most important. She was never religious to us, but she was always the importance of family and connection and things
Yeah.
that being Jewish means to me at least. And now like Elle gets to see, like Elle thinks of you guys as family too. And she's just
Yeah,
like
likewise.
she's just known you forever. It's weird how some people you can never get that thing to click, and some people you can't think about it before it's just there forever. It's like this initial thing that's just you're good to go now.
yeah.
It's weird how little effort it takes to make real friends.
yeah.
It's,
Yeah. No,
it's
it's
just
true.
life handing it to you.
Yeah, it also depends what you're looking for.
That's
Even if
just,
it's obviously no one likes. There's nobody who's gonna say, "Yeah, I'm looking for bad people."
Totally.
But it is a thing where whether it's subconscious, where
Big man. What are the
I'm not
odds?
saying everyone goes through
Yeah.
this, but especially
Yes, sir.
moving to LA, I could imagine how hard it is, and sometimes your priorities align you with certain people,
Mhm.
and you might be like, "Why am I surrounded by shitty people?" And sometimes it could be because like you're not looking for shitty people, but
Yeah.
They
what
come.
you're looking for in life is leading you to certain surroundings, you know?
Totally.
And you're able to say yes or no to people.
Well, and sometimes too, you don't understand what you need until you have it. Like when I say that, originally in LA, I had a group of people, including Akash and my buddy Luke and Duke and Evan
Those are two people.
and
who can do.
Luke and Duke
I like that.
and all these people that were my family, but none of them really live here anymore. But part of the reason I love Glendale so much is I have a big group of Armenian friends out here who they grew up here. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
their family.
Yeah.
And the way they treat me feels very similar to the way I feel at Shabbat. Like it's just family, family, family. And when you're family, you're good to go forever. They've got your back. And like knowing that being over here, if I wasn't here and Elle needed something, all she has to do is make a call and somebody lives 2 houses away. It's like, it's comforting. And the more tight knit you get, the larger your group grows. And there's like a lot of people with Shabbat where obviously it's going to take a second to make your rounds and meet people the way you wanted. But like this group right here was just this like, there's not a Shabbat where we haven't sat and talked for
Yeah, I know.
most of it.
We have wild conflict.
There's not a person who says that Mickey and I aren't, first of all, don't look alike, but also like Elle
By the way, I don't see it at all.
You guys
I-
look nothing
I
alike.
don't know how to
Just
see
for
it.
the
Well,
record.
Elle
on
makes
record.
fun of me. She says that I'm a mixture of Danny, David, and Mickey. And it's pretty accurate
three
as
I mean,
far as
you're 3 handsome Jewish
but
people.
even as
in
far as
Chicago.
personality and like all of that, like just this mixture. And then there's not a time that Cobe and I haven't sat down, smoked a joint, and talked for like half of it also. And it's
Yeah.
just, I don't know, you can't, there's some things that you can't look forward to because you don't understand how good it feels to have it. You just
Yeah.
haven't been there in
Interesting.
a very long
True.
time.
Yeah. True.
It's just like people who are single and they want a girlfriend so bad that they're focusing on what they want versus letting the world show them what they need.
Yes,
On God.
exactly.
And that happens
Oh,
all the
God.
time. And obviously, it goes a bunch of different ways, but
You know, it's
It is what
funny.
it is.
I mean, you guys know that I'm on the prowl for a gal.
Oh, for a minute.
No, it's just interesting because like I feel like once let's say I meet someone and like something serious happens, you kind of like my life is I'm so like routine and like I'll be like, oh yeah, like you forget how much that can shake up your shit.
yeah,
And,
but
like,
That's
in a
the
good way-
beauty
a
of it,
good
though,
way and a
'cause
bad way.
That shit helps you
Mhm.
grow. It's like you get stuck in your ways, and there's someone that does shit a little differently, or even a lot differently than you, and then you find that balance within yourself if you really like them.
Right.
or
like-
with them.
And
Right.
yeah, that's all. And they find that within you, and that's
Yeah.
what a relationship
That's
is.
what
It's
Kobe's
it's
looking to
that
get
growth.
married. Also, he told me so.
He is.
Well, if you-
not right now.
you build-
But
you-
I'm open to
We
it.
got two
I'm-
fine
I'm
eligibles tonight.
open.
Well,
I'm
and like
open to it,
you
but
expand that
not-
routine, and I think the people that make it the best also have their alone time, and they also have the things that allow
You
them to
have
be
to.
just in their head. But like,
What do you
like
mean?
Elle and I, the mornings we have together, we go to the dog park. We do the things that we do. We go get a coffee. Like it's just built into it. It's just automatic reaction, and that's awesome.
This is
You guys
post
kiss?
shrooms.
Sometimes
That's nice.
we have
I
once.
tried it once.
Post
Didn't like it,
microdose?
never did it again.
What was that?
JK.
I said that's post microdose.
Everything's post microdose.
Very good.
Everything after wake up. Where did your
Post-dose?
microphone?
Post-dose.
Condom
Post-dose
go.
is kind
It
of
keeps
a hard
falling right
name.
Keep falling off.
It keeps
Mulan
falling. I know it's
sleeping?
terrible.
Mulan is passed out.
Is Mulan
That's
sleeping?
so
Mulan, you drank too
cute.
much.
Oh my
It's too
god.
early.
Mulan. Mulan.
Muzan.
Did you check out her new name?
Muzan is New Orleans.
Muzan.
Oh, you actually did something nice.
Look,
I don't want to wake her up.
Alright,
She's sleeping.
alright. Later.
Muzan.
Mulan.
Muzan's kind of
Muzan is just Roseanne Barr.
She's epic. I mean, she's
Oh,
also
Mulan.
gnarly, but she's epic.
Muzan Barr.
She was one of like the biggest female comedians of all time.
I think that's true.
Hmm?
Kobe doesn't know. He grew up without a TV. He doesn't know what it means to
To what?
You,
to
you grew up without a
experience
TV.
Any culture.
I mean, no, I had.
Yeah, come to
It
think
was
of
illegal.
it, there is no TV.
Not
in your house.
illegal. I wasn't.
That's fire.
Yeah, no,
That's great. We'd all be.
There were
better
years
men.
that we did have TV. But,
Actually, you
yeah,
guys had a TV.
Yeah.
Oh.
But my mom made sure that as much as she could to not have a TV in the house. Yeah.
It's
Smart person.
It's a ultra orthodox
Like
take.
It's honestly
me watching
smart.
TV was sneaking. You know what I'm saying?
I fell asleep to George Lopez every night.
Really?
I
The
love
Nanny.
I love
The Nanny.
That's why
Fran Drescher.
you
I
are the
love
way
George.
you are,
She's
you
not hot, but-
scumbag.
George Lopez, The Nanny, and Home Improvement.
Dude, Tim Allen, you kidding me?
Absolutely. Dude, do you know he
course.
was in jail for smuggling like
Yeah, he was like a meth head.
600 fucking pounds of coke?
I didn't know it was that.
That's
I
serious.
remember his mugshot.
recently,
No, when he was like our age.
and he still did Santa Claus after that.
Dude,
Oh,
he
Yeah,
was
way
the
after
man.
that. He came
He-
back.
He is.
This was pre-cancel culture.
Wait,
He was
what
just
was he
shedding some
smuggling?
poundage
Cocaine.
before beach season.
Is that why-
Like
600
cross border.
pounds of coke.
Wow.
like he's a
600.
fucking G. He's from
He was
Detroit.
really Santa
I remember
Claus,
driving in Michigan, and my cousin being like, "Oh, that's where Tim Allen lives."
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
Never saw where Tim Allen was. Like,
Detroit legend.
we used to go to the Motown studios though. That was really cool.
Dude,
in Detroit.
what were the kids' names? They were all
I
like
don't
they were like big actors. They were the
I
one with
remember
the
who it
hair.
was.
He had like the '90s bangs, like
Jimmy, man.
Dawson's Creek vibes.
I knew you were gonna say
Fuck, I don't
I
remember.
mean, that's what all the haircuts were. Dawson's Creek.
With the-
Yeah, the part. It was fire.
I never had the
Vander,
part.
Exactly.
I
James
never had
Vander
the part. I had the
Creek.
gelled up flip in 7th grade. The like.
You had the tips.
I wish I had the part.
Oh yeah, it would freeze standing.
No,
because
because that was our era. Everyone had fucking spikes, but
I had-
'90s it was the part.
My cousin had the bleached little front that he would put up.
Yeah,
Remember that from
it's
the
classic.
early 90s?
That was like in sync vibes.
yeah.
Mick,
Yeah.
were you a baggy pants skater or a
Only
tight
I
pants?
only wore Echo jeans.
You
I had
skated?
the baggiest
Yeah.
pants of all
Really?
You didn't know I skateboarded?
Dude,
No.
Mick skated like
100%.
5 years ago, and it broke my heart when he.
Oh my god!
You did. It was the highest
This is so
risk,
stupid.
lowest reward thing in a parking lot. Mick and I were skating every day.
Yeah, we
and,
got into it
This
again.
is when I lived on the couch and at Mick's and Danny's place, and we were skating every day, like multiple times, and it was so much fun. And then one day, like we finally started getting better, and then Mick tried to do this gap in a parking lot.
By the
and-
way, it was like a 2-foot curb.
Yeah,
So,
it was
I tried
like
to
one
ollie over
curb
a
on one side. There was like a planter and another curb, and
I
he tries
ate
to
shit
ollie it,
so
and he
hard.
ate it and smacked his elbow and never skated with me again, and it broke my freaking heart.
Yeah,
And that's why
Dean
I
was
am
like,
the
"Do you
way
want
I
to
am
go to
today.
this spot tomorrow?" I was like, "Nah, man, I'm done. Like, this is it."
I was
That
fine.
It was
at-
so
I was
tragic. Like
done.
I was fine at vert, but I couldn't do anything street.
at vert,
Yeah.
What do you
no one
mean?
says
You
that
knew-
ever.
You knew how
That's
to
a vert?
you knew how
I
to
had a
get
half
air.
pipe.
You could get
Not really, but I was like good enough that I could go in.
You could do like a mini pipe.
Yeah, but
and,
I could
and
do.
all
I
the
could.
stalls and the.
I mean, I could drop in on a 12-foot, 15-foot pretty easily, but I couldn't do anything crazy on those.
Would you just go to the other side and like jump off your board?
That, or I do like a rock to fakie or something.
rock to fakie on 12 foot.
That's
Maybe not a 12 foot,
gnarly.
maybe
What's
like
a
a
rock to
6 to
fakie?
8 foot
You
for a
go
rock
up
to fakie,
and, like,
maybe.
you go-
I'd freak
and
out.
you go back down.
But I
Oh,
broke
really?
every.
Yeah.
I
On
wasn't
half
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I broke everything.
I mean,
I was that kid who there wasn't a part of my body I didn't break, and it was because I was bad. It wasn't because I was good trying things. It was because I
Dude,
was bad
fuck
trying
skateboarding.
things.
Dude,
skateboarding is the
Like,
best thing.
honestly,
Skateboarding is the best thing. Ever.
skateboarding-
Don't say that
no,
in front
no.
of Dean right
Don't-
no,
now.
because
don't
here's
you
why.
dare.
Okay, you fucking. I put I don't know how many hours into music, and I classic self-deprecating, like whatever. I think I'm not even close to where I want to be. Skateboarding, I put an obscene amount of hours into, and I never even got better than like the local 8-year-old at the skate park
But
who was
I
like
agree.
That's
who was
the
like tray
beauty
flipping
of
and
it.
8 stair.
There's nothing more humbling in life. If I worked harder,
It wasn't humbling. It was
if
like
I-
at a
if
certain
I
point I was
worked-
like, "Fuck
no,
this
but
sport."
that's why it's the most beautiful thing in the world. Because if I worked harder at anything else, if I painted
Yeah.
every day for the amount of time
You
that
would
I
get better.
skateboard,
Right.
and I paint, or I freaking I don't know, any hobby like pick it, I would be better at that hobby than I am at skateboarding. There's nothing in the world that
Well,
I
the
try
fa- the
harder
factor
at
of
than
skateboarding
skateboarding
is that it
that
takes
I'm as
balls.
bad at as skateboarding.
It doesn't take balls to do music, right? Like you don't
It
physically.
takes balls in a
disagree.
different
What
way.
I'm
It
saying
takes-
is like
Sure,
when you're in a
sure.
studio, you don't have to. When you lay a guitar riff down, you don't have to be like, "Am I going to get hurt by the end of this
Yeah, it's
guitar
true.
riff?"
That's true.
Unless
I
you
did get popped in the
unless
eye
you've been
one
like playing
time by
for
a
so
guitar
long.
string.
Yeah,
though.
exactly. You've been playing
On
so long, you
stage,
have
like,
like
in high
fucking tendonitis or something in your hand, like
Do you-
whatever.
what instruments do you all play?
Anything people will let me touch, I'll touch.
Macaque.
Oh shit, dude! I've never seen one of
Let's
these.
go,
before.
Dean.
What freaking?
Let's see you play that
instrument is
violin,
this?
Let's
my
go,
dude.
Dean.
What do you want me to do?
I wanted you to play that like a violin, though.
Dean's nice on guitar.
I'm not that. I'm not. I'm no Danny Shine.
Dean's nice on guitar. Hey.
It's so out of tune.
Yeah, but since we got Dean on guitar, Kobe should probably freestyle. It would only
Go for it. Go for it, please.
It would only make sense.
Please, Kobe.
Come on, you spark a joint.
No, you don't.
You just smoked a joint like 10 minutes
Start the
before
joint as you
this.
go. Here we go.
Yeah, we on a potty. Yeah, she a little hot toddy. Hey, I do it on a spotty. Hey, she said you really acting naughty.
Yeah.
Put me on the list then.
Mm.
Hey, his stand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hitting
like a
li-
snake, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, yo, I know what it take, dog.
Yeah.
Hey, make no mistakes, dog.
No mistakes.
If she gon' take it raw. Hey, cut it like a chainsaw.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, when I aim, y'all. Hey, yeah, when I aim tall. Hey, yeah, if I ball, I'm finna ball. If she want, then she call. I hang up right away. Oh, no. Maybe I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Maybe I'm gonna see you when I'm back from tour.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm gonna see you when my coupe got 4 doors.
Yeah.
It's possible. Yo,
Yeah.
I keep it tropical. Hey, yeah.
Yeah. I'm on Disney like I'm Kim Possible.
Ooh.
I'm Kardashian like I'm Robert, though.
Oh.
What was the dad's name who got OJ out of jail, though? I need him to pay my bail, though. I catch you in a fucking stack of hay like I'm in a... It's called a bale, like a stack of hay. It's called a bale, though.
Bail, though.
Me and your girl, she just did blow. I call it rail, though.
Ooh.
She
She
did
holding on my tailcoat.
I'm about to go pee. Keep going with whatever you guys want. Mickey, you're in charge of this one. You've done it before.
fuck.
Keep going.
All right.
You're the king of dirty freestyles.
Yeah, I
Like, you
can't
wanna
say
get-
I can't say I can't say nice things.
Where did my drink go?
Yeah, it's not for mother's ears.
I
the things
honestly
say.
forgot the chords like while I was playing it, and then I botched you like a little bit.
Yeah, but
halfway through.
we came back.
But did you realize?
Came back strong.
Did you know? Could you tell?
No.
I was just curious because I was just faking it, but like I was like, damn, I don't even remember what I started playing.
You forgot the chord
Oh,
progression.
shoot.
But that was a classic Dean chord progression. It was
I love
hot.
that
That's
chord.
hot.
It was
That's
hot.
really hot.
It was honestly
Give me
hot.
that.
It's a good one.
I'm looking for the lighter.
I gave it like.
The lighter?
Looking for the lighter, can't find it.
Damn, that dude stole my drink. That's why he's got to pee. I bet he drank it all.
Dude, we're honestly like being 4 fucking Jewish guys with tiny bladders. I have to pee also.
Damn, Mickey's got to pee. Bradley, where'd you put my drink?
I don't have to pee yet.
Where did I
but we'll
put
have
I don't know.
Because you haven't drank enough.
Did I
Yet.
move it?
You had to have because I had my
Is
thing
it this
and then.
I don't think I did.
Is this yours, Jones?
No, it's not mine.
Oh,
That's probably.
there you go.
No.
Why are you getting all worked
My
up?
short-term-
Why are you getting all worked up?
My
Bubba?
short-term memory. I'm literally Dory from Finding Nemo right now. Like,
Let's talk about how much cooler we would all be right now if this was 20 years ago. Minus Bradley because he's still dressed that
yeah,
way. a
because
little
we'd be
bit.
the only people with this technology ever.
No, okay, I'm not talking.
Like, we'd literally be the
okay,
future.
okay,
4K
great.
before 4K.
So we'd be rich
We'd be
because we
Elon
came up
Musk
with
of podcasting.
we came
right
up with podcasting 20 years before
Oh, I
it
gotta go to
existed.
that. Oh.
now.
But you know what I mean? You know when people used to just talk, man? You know when they just used to talk? Listen, the other day, it's been raining in LA, right? Stop laughing.
Yeah, now
It's-
we can't talk with our friends unless it's recorded.
It's been it's been raining in LA. It's been crazy. The power went out of my place. There was one fucking lightning like strike, and that's enough in LA to like take your whole block out. And in Chicago, there's my whole block got taken out. I texted all my neighbors, and me and these girls that live below me, they're like the homies. I was like, hey, what are you guys doing? The power's out. Do you guys want to just drink and talk? And they came upstairs to my apartment, and we talked for like 2 hours. And I wish somehow like phone service went out too, because it would feel even more like primitive. But I lit a bunch of candles, and we were just talking in the dark, and like I swear, and like whatever you've heard shit like this before, it's pretty cliche, but like just talking, knowing that you can't go watch Netflix, and you can't. We could have on our phones, I guess, but like it was just like special.
what you mean.
It was a special thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we take that shit for granted now.
We totally take
Yeah.
it for
Yeah.
granted.
For
And we
granted.
all instantly like had the deeper. I've known these girls for like a year now. We had way deeper conversations than we've ever had
Wow.
before. It's just there's something about like when you know you can't do anything that you're forced to just communicate. That's why I said 5 seconds ago was how much cooler would it be if this was 20 years ago before Dean said then we'd be the first people to have a podcast. But it would be cool. Like 20 years ago, like this would be our fucking, what is it, Monday? Our Monday night. Like,
You're right.
there wouldn't be like, oh, let me check my Instagram.
some records playing.
Like,
But there
you
is
know?
that's what this is now. The sentiment behind this, the reason I love this so much is because you're not going to be on your phone during this. We're not searching shit up. We're forced
it's
to,
kinda awesome.
for however long this is, to just have pure conversation. If there's a second of silence, if there's a second of silence, that's
Yeah,
part of
sure.
life.
Yeah.
But it's not full of notifications. It's not full of what else is going on. Like, this is where we're at. And I bet you a lot of the conversation we're having here would be altered if there was more people or more electronics by us or just
sure.
any other stimulus.
5G,
stimuli.
baby. Let's go.
And it's just like that's part of the reason I love this is I can fucking talk to people all day.
Yeah.
But when you're sitting on the phone or you're sitting surrounded by
When you have
life
something
moving,
to do, especially digitalized,
yeah.
you know.
Well, it's
I'd
also
just rather
like
do that.
Well,
the
you
shit
get
we're
so much gratification, dude. Like the stuff, like what now that I'm learning how to animate, like
which is
it's
insane.
literally all that I think about, and to the point that like I've felt weird in like situations going out, and I had to
Yeah,
be
where do you
like,
think you're
stop
going?
being a fucking dick.
You're on camera. It's not
Yeah.
like nobody can see you.
During my spiel
Wait, what?
of all times.
Right here.
Oh,
What? Ari
Fuck
style?
Hey, man's gotta go. Man's gotta go.
fuck
Man's
my
gotta
spiel.
pee.
As you were saying.
As I was saying, hold on, let me regain my
You're saying it?
yeah, my sanity after that. Oh no, I'm not ready.
Bradley, you
Pass
wanna
it
hear?
to the Brad man.
Yeah.
No,
Oh my god,
just
look at your dog.
I know, no, she's
all I'm thinking
really
about
cute
is
right
like
now.
if I'm to like take a still of you right now, like which joints of your body am I gonna single out and what am I gonna do with the like empty space behind you? But it's like so rewarding because you immediately give it to Jones, man. You immediately like the difference between music and anything visual is I can actually see it. It's like music so subjective, but it's like when you see something, you just know it's dope. And music that when you know something's dope right off the bat, that feeling can waver. Like if everyone, like the best drug in the world would be if you could capsulize the first time you hear a idea that you made that is so dope and that first time you fall in love with your own song, and if you could capsulize that and take that every time you have the doubt, it would be the best thing in the world. But visually it is so easy for me to just be like, this is freaking cool, and that's just why like my current addiction is just that. But it's like
It's just another
I'm an-
outlet of creativity,
yeah.
though.
and it's cool because you could paint the picture because then I'm incorporating music into the animations, and now I just feel like this whole complete thing that I haven't felt.
I wish
like,
we could
ever.
show people because it's ridiculous.
I'm
It is
so
really
excited.
good.
Like
I'm
when
so
you showed me it,
Straight
though.
good.
Well, there's so many people like.
What do you want to? How do you show it? You can show it on the. I guess you can't.
I mean, if you have something you want to show, you send it to me and I'll put it up on the screen.
Yeah.
Sick.
No, we don't need to show it yet.
Well, eventually we will.
But
We'll talk
for
about it.
sure show.
This
it
is going to
because-
be a monthly thing.
Yeah.
I'm so down.
I'm so down.
I'm
It's
so happy
fun.
about
Why not?
this.
Like
This is one of my favorite things in the world.
Yeah. it's
I
really
think
cool.
my two favorite things are talking with people that I love and meeting new people that I'm starting to love.
Yeah.
yeah.
No,
and
this is
you
such
just
a
can't
sick
beat it.
setup.
But also, like what you were saying, having multiple outlets within this realm of creativity that can bounce off each other
She
and
missed
like
you.
build is the fucking most useful thing in the world, because there's not a person out there who makes music who doesn't know that feeling of going home so ready to make music and you sit down and you go, fuck, I don't have anything right now. And it's just it's the worst feeling in the world because you know that you have what it takes. You just don't have the correct input right now, or you don't have you haven't had a second to sit and really download the information that you've kind of scanned through recently.
Well, it's weird. Do you ever have days where, like, no matter how tuned your guitar is, it sounds out of tune?
Yeah, but that's because I
don't know how to
play.
No, that genuinely happens to me sometimes, and I know that I just can't do music that day at this point. I used to try to force it, but like if all my shit sounds out of tune, I'm done.
But you don't need to force. That's the thing.
Fuck, dude.
But you you have a new the mic cover condoms under your leg.
Does it need to be on?
It helps,
Mike Jimmy?
especially when smoking, just because the wind,
sure.
because you're a windy dude. Having this other outlet that you feel that you know, that high when you're trying to work on a song and that one thing puts it together, and randomly it
Yeah.
goes from 1,000
And then-
fun pieces to one beautiful thing, and you just get that feeling of like no drug can do it for you.
Yeah, you're just there.
You added another source of that. You went from doing just crack to now you're doing crack and heroin. You know, like you got these two. That's a
I
terrible.
wouldn't know
fucking
what
drug.
that's like, to be fair.
Me neither.
But I know what you
Speedballing.
mean by that.
You just got this other addiction now that if one of them's not feeding you at that point, you can go to the other one, and they're both healthy. So I guess it's
Did you say
nothing like-
Erewhon?
Erewhon, yeah. You're spending a lot of fucking money on the
Honestly,
same
I'd
shit.
argue that addiction's
Your
not
brain
the
has
healthiest thing
selective
either,
hearing.
because I genuinely get sad when I'm not creating shit that I fuck with.
Yeah, but now
And
you have
I
another
feel
way
like
to find
a
it.
piece of shit. Yeah, animation opens up another window that I can get that, but then like when you combine it in tandem with sound, then like so now like that I got to a level in animation where like I can start incorporating music. Now it's like unless the music and the animation's there, I'm like, fuck my whole life.
Yeah, I guess you have another way to get that high, but you also have another way to get that pissed off feeling of not being able to create for a second.
Which is healthy, because then you can go for a run or do something or
yeah, if you have if you have that part built into your system, you know, some people just they haven't built in the other healthy things into their system, and then when they need it, they don't have something else. I'm sure.
well, it took me years of being a total idiot to finally figure it out.
He's smoking.
I'll
I
take
don't think I've ever seen Bradley say no to smoking.
You said no?
I mean, I'll smoke again in a
No,
second.
Yeah.
He's taking a second.
Yeah, this has been a whole day.
Yeah.
It's just rare. It's rare. It's rare.
It's not a no. It's
I'm
a
scared.
yeah. Fuck it. I have
I'm
to now.
scared.
Yeah, you got put
Mom,
on the
Dad,
spot.
this is Mickey's fault.
I'm scared.
I normally don't smoke weed. Ever.
Shy hit it first time on.
Oh shit, dude! He's gonna be like,
Crazy.
man, like
I can't take responsibility
I'm
for
joking.
that.
Nick's gonna be like, man, it's crazy that the moon's probably out right now. Like, damn, dude,
just first.
Just
I got so
realizing
excited.
things.
damn, that moon's out there.
First
God,
panic attack.
We really on our.
First panic attack on Bradley's podcast.
Damn, yeah, I don't think you'd have a
You
panic.
see how
You're so
segment
convinced you would.
of
I
just
really don't
paramedics
think you would.
rushing it
I'm
and
fair.
fast
I'm
forward.
fairly convinced.
No,
I would
you're a
have it.
grown man. You're
I'm a
grown.
grown man.
Yeah.
I'm like, what grown men don't have panic attacks?
Damn,
Not
Dean,
from-
what are you trying to say?
I don't think you would though. I feel like you're in a different like.
No, you're right. I could.
You're in a different
I'm in
place
a
in your
different headspace from the last time I smoked weed 12 years ago.
Yeah, you're a mega boss. You've got the beard of
Just
Zeus.
a tad. Yeah,
The
don't
body
take
of-
it off, dog.
I don't. David Hasselhoff.
The
on a
beard
good
of
day.
Zeus. I like that. Maybe that's your artist name.
Beard of Zeus.
It's not
That
bad.
sounds like a metal band.
Yeah,
it does. Beard of Zeus goes
It
hard
does.
as fuck.
It does sound like a metal band.
Wow.
That's true.
That's so fucking hard.
Sounds like you're
I'll
playing in
say
drop
tag.
D.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
buying that domain ASAP. Beardofzeus.com.
You
and
better,
just
you better
sitting
buy
on
it before the
for
podcast
15
comes
years
out.
till the next metal band comes back.
All 50 people are gonna go try to buy it first.
Metal's
Not actually.
metal's sick, honestly. Like when you first start
Let's go,
playing
baby.
guitar, did you guys like when you first started playing? Like, did you play metal?
No,
Because I
fuck
played
metal.
all metal.
No.
Like right off the bat, like because it's the easy. You put
Metal
it in
does
drop
nothing
D
for
and you're
me.
like boom, 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 and metal
Just like that?
Yeah, it's just
What are you
fire.
doing?
Just fire.
That sounded like country.
Bum, 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 bum,
Oh,
bum,
now,
bum.
if you heard what was in here for
Wait,
that, it would have went. hard.
Who's gonna pull the
It would've
Charlie
went very
Puth and
hard.
say which notes Dean just did? That was actually a D flat.
Wait, you know?
Bum.
You know, when I graduated college, my like parents knew someone that was like a composer for like commercials and stuff, and they got me a meeting with him, and I went there, and he's like, Dean, like, what are the notes in this chord?
Oh, they were really
and I had
testing
to
you.
think about it, and he's like, hey, like, man, like that's like spelling cat. I suggest you don't pursue this as a career, and you,
'Cause you didn't
go
know
to
theory.
school to learn that. And
trash.
you basically have no
That's
shot.
crazy.
And then I made a joke because I had just turned like 20 or something. He's like, I've pissed longer than 20. And it was just the vibe of the whole thing.
Yeah, but
He
watch
hated me.
this. I'm gonna ask the hottest rapper in the game. How do you spell A minor?
Oh, shit, dude. AYE?
I'm asking.
A minor.
The point is, Kobe doesn't know theory, but he's still the hottest rapper in the game.
Right, baby. That's right. Let him know.
Let's go.
I don't fucking know.
You don't need to know shit.
Oh, I
My
thought you
theory's
meant like
trash.
the
No.
actual spelling. Like,
No.
It's ACE.
You don't. I
no, I know.
I
said
admit-
But does Kobe know?
because like A.
Hey.
Yeah.
I admit that the more theory you know, the more it will help you.
Not
Does it?
necessarily.
Does it? Or it can
the more not it will.
There's a
The more it
threshold.
can
There's a
have
I
to
just
be.
had an episode on this.
If
a
you know
solo
too
one.
much, sometimes it's bad.
I will say
What'd you say,
that
Brandon?
for me, I think it's worked out taste wise. I really love the way I make music. I really do. I kind of
It's like the shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the fucking dream,
exactly.
dude.
All I'm
go.
saying, hold on, before we get to the shirt, all I'm saying is that my ignorance, so to speak, of some things, I think leads me to interesting
to bliss.
outcomes.
Yeah.
I guess so.
No,
Blissful
I-
outcomes.
Blissful
I
outcomes.
wholeheartedly agree with
yeah.
that.
What about that name for Dean's?
You can't
artist?
over.
Zeus's blissful outcomes.
That's a nice name.
Honestly, the theory
That's actually
knowledge
not
gives
bad.
Dean, blissful outcomes for your artist project.
you. Hell no.
That sounds like a what's it called?
Like
When you don't know, you have
I was
less than
about to
seconds.
say like Imogen.
Like shroom, no, like shroom music,
Right, yeah,
where
yeah.
you have the fucking steel pan
Yeah,
or whatever
yeah.
the thing is.
just like Enya.
On my episode, I was saying how I think I don't know a lot of theory. I know a little bit, enough that I can like sit and like count it out, but
Count
not
what
enough.
out?
Like I can go
Well,
through it really.
you know times,
really-
Yeah.
right? You know, like time signatures.
Yeah, I know that, but that's more from drumming and just listening to shit. I'm not great at it at changing time signatures. I can do okay in 4/4.
In modern music, how often do you really have to change?
Totally. But a lot of the shit I play too is just like super weird and swung out and whatever. But my conclusion on it was I wish I knew more. I wish I knew enough that I wasn't thinking about it first thing, but if I needed to go get a certain emotion down, it was pretty instant. 'Cause
Right.
that would make
right,
my
right,
life
right.
a lot
People that know
easier.
theory, it's like, oh, I want it somber, but actually like with a little joy to it. Actually a little. It's like, and then they're like, oh, you mean this chord? And it's like, yes.
Well, you learn a lot from the emotion that comes from not being able to express yourself fully, and you go alternative routes that maybe wouldn't be considered normal in the eyes of somebody who's really, really like found or profound with their theory.
It's like I want some pop with decades of subtle anti-Semitism.
What?
No, just
What?
the feeling of what it's
Shabbos
like
boys, baby.
to be a Jew.
Shabbos
Are you
boys.
talking about Kanye?
Dean went full Kanye just now.
I mean, Kanye just went ham on us. It's so fun. That dude's nuts. It sucks.
Kobe, what do you think?
It sucks.
Yeah, no,
I mean, you can't deny it, dude.
No,
like,
no.
you're
I
you're an idiot if you
just-
sit in a room and
it's
you're
a
like, yeah,
heartbreaking
Hitler was
topic
cool.
for me.
But
It's a heartbreaking.
It's
but
heartbreaking.
back to the MJ point, right? When MJ the whole thing happened.
MJ from Shaws of Sunset?
No,
Oh, shit.
Dean is married to a Persian woman. In case that helps clarify that
It
comment.
was just a joke because we got
But we
COVID
all watched
and
Shaws of Sunset when we had
Shaws of
COVID.
Sunset
But
in its
the point, no,
entirety.
back to the
I was
MJ
wondering
comment.
Where did you get
about
COVID? Where did you get COVID?
We got
Kobe
COVID at
show.
Kobe's show.
After the
Like six
entire
of us.
pandemic.
Was your dog running around during it?
No, I didn't have her yet.
That's
Move
right.
on.
Facts.
Do you have any
Yeah.
respect?
The,
for
the
me
point I'm
or-
trying to make is that can you separate?
She sneezed right on my dick, dude. What the hell? Why am I
Is that your thing?
I'm stopping. I'm just gonna sip
I
my
wasn't
drink.
expecting that.
She sneezed right on your
Move
dick.
on, of all places.
I'm clipping just that.
She sneezed right on my
That's the
dick.
whole episode. She's
Damn.
sneezing.
All I'm trying to say is personally, this is how I personally feel. I'm not speaking for any other Jew in the room or any other Jew in the world.
Oh, personally.
I can easily still listen to Kanye without feeling any type of way. I'm very able to,
Mhm.
unless tomorrow he like tweeted "kill all Jews," like straight up,
Mhm.
like was
I
very,
mean,
which to a
He's
degree
a
he's.
piece of shit.
I'm,
dude.
I agree.
I'm not even saying he's a piece of shit. I'm not even
I'll say
having
he's a
that
piece of
conversation. I'm just saying it's very easy for me to listen to music that I love without feeling any type of way based on what the
I
person
concur
said.
with that,
I get.
That's all
but
I'm
I'm
saying.
not going to support him anymore.
To
I
each-
agree with everything you said.
Thank you.
I'm not supporting him. I'm
Thank
not
you.
supporting him.
No, because that's what I know that about myself and music artists. That's what I do. I separate art from
Church and
artists.
state, baby.
However,
There's a line.
I've actually not allowed myself to listen to Kanye music, which has been
For you, that's a big deal.
no. This is the longest in my entire life since Kanye came out that I haven't avidly listened to Kanye music.
Listen, I get. I understand it.
It's
in
been
two-
months.
There's
Totally.
a line, and he
a couple
crossed,
months.
He crossed the
I
line.
agree.
By the way, I just want to say I am going to, but I've given myself just a conscious not allowed
Okay. All right.
to listen.
Fair.
But I know for me, I sing them in my head all day.
Totally.
No
well,
joke.
Can't
I'm-
escape
it's
it.
tough.
I can't.
it's
Can't
tough to
escape it.
to just
and
forget.
I can't wait to listen again. I really
Yeah.
cannot.
Oh, so
wait.
you're like fully giving yourself like you're taking a big step back.
100%.
Well, right now,
As if
he's-
it's like an addiction. I'm just taking a
This
pause
is,
right
this
now.
is my take. The dude's disappearing. He planted the seed that he's going out of his mind. He's gonna come back, and it was, I just don't buy it. He's gonna come back and be like, I've learned so much after talking to all these rabbis.
No, I don't know if that's
I think
gonna happen.
Either way.
he doubled down on it a million times, but he will not like be able to continue anything unless he just like.
I don't know if
admits
that's
that-
true, just because his
Fuck that.
music is so transcendent.
I think his music
But I've
is.
had
the best.
conversations
It's the
with
best I've
people
ever
that
heard.
believe what he's saying.
Well, that's
like,
unfortunate.
on Twitter.
That's
and,
unfortunate.
And you see what he's like, but when you see that like people like genuinely
Yes.
listen to what he says
Yes.
and acknowledge like what it is, and there's so many people that don't know any better that will follow that, and then it gets weird, and that's why you
Yeah.
just like can't support him because.
By the way, I'm sure he's encountered plenty of Jewish people in the music industry
Of
who
course.
have stifled his career. Is that fair to be like, then all Jews are this or all Jews are that? I wouldn't say so. I'd imagine if any white person, it was the vice versa, right? And they just encountered plenty of people of color who stifled their career and they said that, they would be canceled to infinity.
There's
So,
there's
like,
plenty of
you would be
artists
burned.
on plenty
I-
of labels who complain about.
I understand the notion.
label people
I understand the
stifling them of
idea,
all
right?
Colors, shapes, and sizes.
I understand the idea that like Jews control the media, da da da. I understand why people say things like that, but to generalize anything like that, it's just it never like sounds good.
My take is, if you're gonna grow that kind of following, I think that there's a difference between free speech and hate speech, and I think he crossed that line
exactly.
unbelievably heavily.
And
Mhm.
people forget that Jews are a minority. Who cares that like Jews are super successful? We're still a minority, and just because it's a success, it's not some like just because you're Jewish, it's this like crazy scheme.
Wait, but I have an important question.
But people think that it is. It's not. We're a
Yeah.
minority. People wanted us dead.
I have an important question though. Should he cross the line of speech, according to you, and I don't fully disagree, should he be banned from saying things on social media?
I think that
No, that's ridiculous.
I don't know though. I think it's a hard place for me because I'm really big on free speech, and I think that's part of the reason I have this podcast is I want a place where I don't have to think before I speak. I'm not going to say anything hurtful. If I do, I'll take it back if I don't believe in it or
Sure.
agree with it. I think though that there's a difference between free speech and hate speech, and I think if you're going to say something that incites people to that brings people to do something harmful, which has happened because of his words, his specific words.
Then he should be banned?
I don't know if I don't know. Yes, I can't 100%
I think
back
people
it.
should be left to their own
it's bad.
devices and be able to figure out
I mean, it's
how to decipher whatever
definitively-
language. Like,
But I think there's
it's
a
just
difference.
The people that don't know any better. It's like you have
who doesn't know any better? Like
him being filtered is good because there's people that are
A lot of people
stupid.
don't know any
There,
better.
there was
agree.
there was something.
Sure.
It was on Jimmy Kimmel or something. Some guy was going around Hollywood asking people what the Holocaust was.
fine,
And
and
they
they
didn't
don't
even
know,
know.
or that's
But that's
fine.
crazy.
That's fine.
That's crazy.
That's
How do you not
fine.
know?
I don't even care
That's
about all
fine.
this
But
stuff.
how do you not know?
It's just
it's whatever. It's like
But
It's
if you
just
don't
how
know
about
that
nobody
happened,
say-
then when Kanye is saying shit like that, you're gonna believe it because you don't know even what. The
if someone
fucking
says some
Holocaust-
historical event and you don't recognize it, obviously the Holocaust was fairly recent and like pretty fucking major event. That's so different than like you acknowledging whether or not you should kill a group of people based on what your favorite artist says.
Well, my whole thing too is
But
I
people
in the same way I
genuinely
don't
crazy.
I
People
don't
are
think you
nuts.
should be able to talk about Hitler like that. In the same way, I don't think that
Like
somebody
what though? Like what do you mean like that?
in a positive
said-
in a
yeah,
positive
he said
way.
all
I think you should.
Oh, okay.
No,
you're,
there's
you're right.
nothing-
You're right. I can't say that because again, that goes against what I'm saying. This is the weird polarizing
Right.
thing here.
It's there's such a line.
But at the end of the day, I going back to what we said at the beginning of the podcast, I remember that feeling of my grandma squeezing my hand as somebody who got too much power that people listened to ended up going away that killed 8 million people.
Right.
A lot more than that. 8 million Jews, let alone the other people that were killed in it. And I think that there's just got to be a point, and I don't know who there is to govern that. I don't know who should have the say.
Sure, agreed.
But
I don't know who should govern it. I don't know where the line should be drawn.
but in,
It's a
in
very
my head,
it's a very dicey line.
I agree, but in my head, he crossed that line. He
Yeah.
said stuff that made people want to hurt other people. I think there's a difference between having rights about talk about guns, or somebody saying their stance on Israel, Palestine, or whatever the fuck it is, but saying something that makes people want to hurt another
But
person.
did he? I'm ignorant to all the things he said, but did he actively say something like go out and harm someone?
I mean, he was saying positive things about Hitler, that there is a lot of stupid people who, for them, that's enough for them to want to go do things that are fucked up.
You can't underestimate that aspect of people.
I would love to live in a world, and this is me being like idealistic, where like you can say positive things about Hitler, and the people who are able to form their own opinions are like, okay, I see that, yeah, Hitler was a great speaker. We can all agree on that. He obviously had some charm and charisma, but like, was he a good person? No.
Yeah, if
there's the
like
distinguishing line.
Like...
Great. Kanye says he's a great speaker. I don't know if he actually said those things. I don't know what he said about Hitler, but you know what I'm saying?
No, he just said
I don't think anyone.
He just said he loves Hitler, and it's just not okay.
And you don't triple
By the way,
down on loving Hitler.
He could say it.
He was given a chance to like back down multiple times, and he just kept going.
By the way,
and
here's the deal.
Tell us, Jones.
Here's the deal.
What do we got?
Anyone, Mickey, I know we're gonna get done with it in a second, but Mickey, I agree.
We don't need to be done with it. It's a very important thing to talk about.
We don't have to be done.
Anyone should be able to say whatever they want, but understand that anyone can also do what they want based on your behavior. It has nothing to do with being canceled at a point like that. It's
what do you mean?
Meaning when you lose all your money.
Okay, sure. Right. So there's consequences
from German-owned companies that people, so to speak, say they have Nazi ties and stuff like that. I'm not going to say they do.
You're saying there's consequences to your speech, right?
Just like you can do what you want.
Right.
The owners of Adidas can do what they want.
Agreed. So that's
that's
to my point. That's to my
it.
point.
I don't care if he's banned from anything.
Yeah,
I just don't care one way or another.
No, but that's to my point. It's like he says what he wants.
You could say what you want. Okay, so keep saying it and see how much money you want to lose, you know? Like
100%. Andrew Tate says whatever the fuck he wants. He's made a fuck ton of money, and now he might be going to jail.
I mean, that guy's fucking...
That's a different story,
he's
but I'm
smart in a way that he knows how to polarize people, and I think he's kidding half the time, but he actually might not be kidding, but he's just... Wow.
Either way,
he knows how to do it.
I'm just saying...
Either way, here's what it comes down to. Andrew Tate has never called upon... I'm just putting his name as an example. It could be anyone.
Sure.
Logan Paul. I don't care. Anyone who says, let's say, controversial things, as long as it's not supporting a generalization of a people, period. Put it this way.
That's fair.
Why don't everybody just not say anything generalizing
about a group of people? Sure.
Unless you're a comedian, I'm all for it. I love comedy of all kinds. You can go as dark as you want. It's comedy. But in terms of being serious when you're putting a message out, it's not that hard to understand this logic. How about we don't say anything hateful rhetoric, generalizations?
But should you be? But my question is, should you be banned?
No,
for saying that?
Continue it, but do whatever the fuck you want.
But then there's consequences.
Yeah,
right,
don't.
I don't get the.
Don't then start hating Jews more because German owners of a company don't want to deal with a hateful person. It's called hate. Why would you? I personally don't want to do business with a hateful person. I don't care what denomination you are. You know?
I agree.
So don't complain, and people following shouldn't complain for Kanye. Oh, poor Kanye. Let him handle. He's an adult. He's saying what he's saying. He's losing this. Maybe he's doing something else. I don't care.
And he obviously knows. And he obviously knows
you
there's.
To pass it. It's a cigar.
I don't know how to do cigars. Man.
Okay.
He's crying.
I agree.
Come on, Kanye.
I agree. He's probably not
I'm a
crying.
huge fan.
He's probably
bro.
not crying.
He
probably still has
know
a
what
ton
you're
of money.
doing. Like, you're still rich. Like,
he's being a little bitch.
So you lost some money because you're being hateful. I don't. you're being hateful.
I mean,
Period.
and honestly, if you compare what's happening with Kanye to like what's happening in Iran right now, we have it pretty good over here. Are you guys like even remotely aware of Iran?
I'm
I would say remotely.
Remotely.
Remotely?
I'd say remotely is the
Like,
word.
what's your capacity? Like, what's happening?
I know that they were just recently started making it illegal for women and children to be educated.
So that's not only part of it. Is it started with Masa Amini? I
girl stood
apologize
up
if I don't. No, she didn't do anything. She was walking on the street and her hijab was a little messed up,
Mhm.
and they beat her to death.
Jeez.
And people started protesting. But what happens, like when these people are like it's just so fucked over there. Like where they arrest the protesters. If you're a woman and you're not married, what they do, they wed you. Fuck, I don't know if I'm ready to like get into this right now. To like
get into the
for
exact
the
details,
sake,
it's just heavy.
for
But
the sake of the comparison you were making, Kanye, and you don't need to get into all the details, but you were making a comparison of the two things.
no, I'll finish the story because people don't know. It's more like basically if you're a woman and you get arrested and you're still a virgin, they will marry you. Then because
They pretty much will not let you.
just delete this from the podcast.
Don't delete it.
No,
Don't delete it.
because
What
I
do you
can't talk
mean?
about it in an intelligent way, and I'm like very passionate.
But you don't
hopefully-
want you don't want to
So
butcher
move
it.
on,
Fine.
but I'm saying
I don't want to butcher the
But
message.
hopefully this,
So that
but
is
the
what it
goal of that
Yeah.
in any way is that somebody, if they don't get all the information they need, is hopefully they go look it up and they learn for themselves.
All right, so basically,
yeah.
like I don't know in which order, but basically they have a marriage ceremony, and it's illegal to like murder a virgin, and then they'll rape
I
them
see what you're
like
saying.
all night, and then murder them the next day just for protesting. And they're executing people for protesting against like just women having any rights whatsoever. And it's so fucked. And me, it's like my dream to be able to travel to Iran with my wife, and I would. Like it's just not like
Can you
couldn't.
not go there?
Dude, if you look it
No.
up, like there, it's like a
Can
stage
a Jew not
4.
go there? Is that the vibe?
Well, it's that's part of it, but
Or can
it's
an American not go?
just if you on the website.
Are you sure?
On the
know,
website,
it's
do you know what it
definitely Jewish.
recommends when you're looking up a ticket? It recommends that you have your will in order. It recommends that you have beneficiaries on all
Okay,
your
so
accounts.
it's a dangerous place, but
Yeah.
but can an American just be like, I want to go to Iran and purchase a ticket?
Yeah, you could get a ticket and you won't come back, especially as a Jew. It's
Yeah.
not good.
Yeah.
You think you go and you're
As
not
a-
wearing a yarmulke? You look like all of
You'll
us.
get
who
interrogated
look
and
mildly
beaten.
Jewish.
Yeah, but with
You'll get the fuck
with
kicked
my-
out of
the
you?
name- the
You'll
name
get
on my
interrogated
ID,
and
I'm not
beaten.
trying. The name on my ID?
Yes, I know you're.
They don't-
You're full
they don't
Jewish
fuck
man.
around.
What's the name on your ID?
Yeah, we're not. No, you have to-
Chezkiyahu, Chachaya,
That's not-
There's a lot of chuz in
Cigar.
there.
I gotta get this out of my. I can put it in the ashtray. I just
Wait,
like
what-
You don't
I'll
have
keep
to smoke it all right now.
habitually.
Put it in here.
By the way,
Taste it?
Bradley, I was under the impression that cigars can only be like the top cigar could be like $20, maybe $50.
No, try like hundreds.
Wait,
I thought.
circling-
I watched Two
Oh, it
Chains.
tastes really good.
Two Chains had like a $2,000 cigar.
Most expensivest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw it today, and I was like, I didn't know
Damn,
cigars
you're
could cost that
behind.
much.
Wait,
I thought cigars.
can we just circle back so I can tie up the message here?
Yeah,
Is like and I like I'm sorry not seem like I totally butchered this. Like Iran
Pre-apologizing
no,
to your
like I
wife.
feel bad. Like I
No,
just like
respect,
couldn't articulate
respect.
myself well. And
But hopefully now there's somebody
But,
who didn't
like,
know about it that now
the
does.
thing is, fucking look it up. See what's going on.
You
It's
piece of
fucked up,
shit.
and Iran does need change now,
Go
and it
pee
needs
again.
people like us. It doesn't need Persians
Yeah.
protesting. It needs
I mean,
us
that too,
as
yeah.
well. Like no, like Persian, like we all
They
need
already-
to
yeah,
protest.
yeah.
They already are, but like
Yeah.
we need to get involved because it's fucked. It's absolutely
Yeah.
fucked, and it's
Agreed.
not okay. And people are getting killed, and it's just
Yeah.
look it up.
No,
please.
it's
I
really
fucked up with my explanation.
No,
but
no,
just
no.
look it
But
up.
the fact is, people are so focused on like just
Kanye.
unimportant things,
Kanye.
and there's like something needs to happen.
That's the thing. By the
There's
way,
people murdering women.
I mean, the Kanye shit's still
just
important,
left and right.
but this
It's
is fucked.
just-
This is
yeah,
like
it's not
people
normal.
are
It
getting
sounds-
super
it
raped.
sounds
It's
like
not
it's
just
not
normal.
real.
It's like
that's how
it's like religiously, like they think it's okay to do this, and the government and like the people at the top just like destroy everyone, and it's absolutely horrible.
that sounds terrible.
Yeah, it's really fucked up and sad.
Yeah.
Let's talk about happy stuff.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Nick, can
Yeah.
you make me a special?
Of course I can.
Thank you. After that, I need a special.
After-
I'm pissed I couldn't articulate myself.
You need your
right.
own comedy
you're
special.
fine.
By the way, like
Well, it's just so
these are
like,
hard topics to talk
the
about.
thing is,
Yeah.
no, it's so hard, and especially if I didn't like if I read like
Yeah, I'm-
a sheet of the exact because I don't want like now that like when it's recorded, I don't want to say anything that might not be right.
okay,
No,
so
yeah.
all you
Yeah.
can do is give a disclaimer. Hey, I don't fully know. Look into it.
Yeah,
Right? Like it's
No,
the
it's
same
a-
way if we weren't
it's
on a fucking
important.
podcast.
but it
Send me a
fucks
couple links
it
and I'll
fucks
put
me
it-
up because
Same
there's no
shit.
shot. But
Send me a
yeah.
couple links and I'll attach them.
No,
Sick.
you should because like people really don't know like how bad it is, and people ask how did the Holocaust happen, and when you look at what's happening
Right.
over there, it's like people are getting
fucking getting
killed
murdered.
every day for just like not being like if you're not part of the Islamic regime over there, like you're just it's a fucking mess.
I don't know how you like your drink, but this seems kind of delicious.
I like it how you like it, my boy.
Let's go, baby.
Cheers, guys.
Wait, I gotta pour up.
Let me get some of that.
Let me pull up.
What
Man,
else
that
is there?
cigar fucked me up.
You don't want anything else. You don't want any of this shit. It's all trash.
You want to do
I'm
your
cheersing
own
every
shit.
how'd your kids? I'm cheersing everyone.
Cheers, gang.
Will you hand me that?
What do you want?
Hey, we still
That's not alcohol.
Canada Dry? Are we cheersing to Kanye?
Oh my god.
No, we're not.
To
Is
the
there
college
anyone in the
dropout?
world that has a cheersing fetish? Like they get off the cheersing every sip.
It's
Cheers,
just
bro.
you, my dude. It's just
But that
you.
felt good, dude. Hey man,
Just
cheers.
Just throughout the night.
Hey, bro.
If this is a monthly
Yo, cheers.
podcast, by the way,
Yo,
I'm
bro,
always
cheers.
looking for a good excuse to get drunk with friends. So like,
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna start taking Uber here. I mean, I took an
For
Uber
real.
here earlier. I'm
That-
not
that's why I
driving
hitched a ride with you.
home.
I was like, worst case, I Uber from your house.
Whoever's watching this, if you're a fucking cop, I Ubered here.
You're Ubering home anyways.
What would be weird?
After you smoke weed.
Actually, I won't say it.
Oh God.
Actually, I won't say it.
Where's the lighter, gang? Dude, I've almost ripped two of these little guys.
Got more for you.
I should have just smoked one big cigar instead of
We
like
have
four
that
little
too.
ones.
I'm gonna have to make a hash test soon.
A what?
A hash test.
What's
A
that?
what?
You know, with the paper and the
Hash cess?
yeah.
And
Oh, is that the
bag?
thing where it looks like you're cooking drugs?
You mean
Yeah.
Kobe's hour-long routine where he
Yeah.
Tell the fans what you're doing so they don't think you're boiling up like.
No,
brown
it's
tar.
let them keep
I
them
have
guessing.
plenty. I
Keep
have
them
plenty.
guessing.
Brown tar? Is that better or worse than black
No, do it when
I know nothing about that sort. What did I do to Mulan for her to love me so much? It's amazing.
Yeah, you guys can't see, but
No, I am,
Mulan
like-
just being so cute.
Anyone that knows me to see me around animals, I have a uncanny
Oh, no, they
thing
can't.
with animals.
She's tiny.
Like I'll be
Whoa.
in the forest.
That's
and,
what we look like? We look like a
deer
bunch
will-
of
you gotta scoot
morons.
in. You're out of focus.
I like it.
We're out of
Okay.
focus.
No, you're in focus. Mickey's just out of focus. I don't know
Out of
why.
focus or out of pocket? You like that? That's very good. The weed is kicking in.
And
Are you
the-
starting to
and
feel the
queen
marijuana?
Are you secondhand high?
Uh,
A third hand?
Yeah.
How many hands you got?
I don't know.
How high
I'll
are
say
you?
this. Should I name drop?
Yeah.
It's funny that Kenny Beats is a name drop, but
It is a name
That's
drop.
it
a
is.
hard
It's
name
a
drop.
serious name drop. But like in the EDM era,
I remember when we met him at that night I was wasted and lifted my shirt up.
I
Yeah.
DJ downtown drunk.
you
and
really?
Dean was on stage and pulled his shirt up.
Yeah, I was like, woo!
Kenny told me that
Be Mr. Beats?
secondhand high is fake, and it's all in your head. And there's like studies to prove it. This was like 5-6 years ago.
Mhm.
So when you ask me if I'm secondhand, third hand, fourth hand high, I don't know. I've had a lot of shitty cigar smoke in my brain at this point, so like I'm a little like loopy.
Kenny doesn't know anything if he's
I'm
been
gonna-
on the show.
Oh,
Kenny Beats. Aryay wants you to come on the show.
Kenny Beats. Aryay wants you to come on the show.
Do it, Kenny Beats. Don't be a pussy.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything. No,
Wow.
delete that.
Come
Keep that
That's not a
out.
whole beef right now.
No,
Call him out, boys.
Kenny Beats, I super fuck with you. I didn't mean to say
Kenny, if you said racist stuff about Jews, I don't even know if it's racist,
that. Kenny, if
but
you have any
I would
penis,
still listen to your music.
If you have any penis whatsoever, come here and show us your girth
Honestly, like
now.
the
I'm calling you out. You have to delete
Kenny
that,
was
but-
one of the first people.
No,
No way.
I'm not gonna hit the podcast.
What?
I'm keeping it all.
Kenny
No,
was one of the
you
first people I
can't.
met in EDM. That's kind of wild, honestly. Yeah, he's also like 9 feet
first?
tall. He's one of the first people I met. Like when I
Wow.
came out here, I
Ever?
played a festival downtown, or I didn't even play it. That's not true. Or did I? I don't even remember. I might have just been hanging out with like I was trying to be in the
What
scene.
festival?
For your post
It
lawnmower.
was A-Track was throwing some Fool's Gold thing downtown LA. I thought I was so cool, and Kenny walked up to me because I was like buzzing at the time, and he was like da da da. I think he played him and Ryan Loudpack, and then he's like, "Let's get food after," and I was
Classic
like, I was like, wow, like this is what it's like. I was like, we all got food. Me, him, and Gladiator, those dudes.
Oh yeah,
They're
they're dope.
They are dope, and it was just like such a moment in EDM. What were we reaching for? What do you need? It's okay, thank you.
Yo, you've done well, Jones. Good job.
Um,
I'm proud
what-
of you.
What is it like? Do you ever wish that you could like go back to the EDM world, or do you think you got enough of it?
He could tip back in whenever he wants.
That's not true, by the way. It's the era is so different. I put out a song and it has 3,000 plays. Back then, if I put out a song that got 3,000 plays, I would have been mortified. I would have been like,
an EDM song. If you had a drop,
I would have been
Tell
like,
me about
I'm a
my song.
fucking. I would have been like, I'm a fucking failure. No, it's a different era. The SoundCloud repost era was
Right.
such a different era. If I didn't get 100,000 plays straight off bat, I was like, I'm a
crazy.
piece of shit.
know what
Before
that's
I
like.
met you and I heard the lawnmower when Ben showed me, I was like,
The
yo, this
lawnmower.
dude is a dirty mother.
If you guys keep hyping me up, I'm gonna take my shirt
Yo,
off.
the lawnmower, because you were like the
Don't
first
take out the
person to
chatterbait.
do that shit, and like that
To
song-
you,
For
I was
Christ,
just
over here.
biting.
No,
I was
that
such a
song
biter.
was crazy.
I was such a biter.
Music is biting.
Ben
You
showed
cannot
me that, and I was like,
it's
ugh.
impossible.
Maybe for you.
I think.
No, there's no such thing as a purely original musical idea.
Do you know how
There's
much?
only so many
Everything-
chords.
Do you know how much I
Yeah, what do you mean?
I wish I could make Cobe like a thug ass rapper. Like he'll never do it.
I am a thug ass rapper.
Okay, but like
Yeah, fuck
I want you to
dude.
say like crazy shit on your songs, like Young Thug esque.
I know a friend of mine really honestly
Like,
came
just-
to me and said
because you
I
live that
really want-
lifestyle.
I-
Like you can
thank
literally
you.
rap that. Thank you.
by the way,
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you. But no, I by the way, I'm gonna show you some of my new shit, and it is.
I hope you're
I'm
saying very
leaning-
dirty things because
I
that's
am-
all I want to hear in
I'm
rap.
leaning. It's not even dirty enough, but yeah.
The world doesn't know that Kobe's a real rapper.
Yeah,
He
I
lives
mean,
that lifestyle.
Quite possibly
Yeah.
the realist.
We were hanging out the other.
No, that
I'm not
line
even gonna
is-
say what you did.
No.
Dude, that line
I
in that
can't.
song that you played. Dude,
I can't even say what he
wait,
said.
Wait, he has this line in a new song that you got like he played me this song. He shoots a girl. He's like, yo, I shot that girl in the
Okay,
leg and then I
he's
fucked the
he's
hole.
fucking-
It was
yeah.
like crazy.
Kobe lives that
And
lifestyle.
Kobe
He just
just
shoots.
said it
He
and
just
he's
shoots.
like, and I did it.
None
Like, and I did it.
of that. None of
What?
that.
Play him the song.
None
dude.
of that.
Play us the
No.
song.
Will
Were
you,
you talking about
freestyle
shooting?
it?
Were you talking about shooting women?
it
Play
or
us
I
that
will,
song.
dude.
Should we use that as the background
Prove,
music?
prove you're a
That
rapper.
song does not exist. Let me disclaimer.
Prove you're a fucking rapper, bro.
And then fucking him in that hole that you shot him in. Come on,
Jesus
dude.
Christ.
That's what you played me, dude. Don't lie.
I can't.
Fucking
Don't
them
lie.
in the gunshot wound.
Don't lie, man. That's what I say.
The song's called Wounds.
I mean, that's how I interpret it. It's called Wounds. Literally, title Wounds.
Is that your artist name? Is that your new artist name? Wounds?
That's fire.
Wounds?
That's
That's fire.
Yo, are there any artists named Wounds? That's
That's
kind of a cool
fire.
name.
Jones is too big for 3. He's got to be MP4.
Wait, isn't MP4 what happens when you just send it through like iMessage?
No, it's video.
a year on
Oh,
it.
right,
Yeah, it's a
right,
video, right? Yeah.
Such a big file turns into video.
MP4.
Bradley, is this how nonsensical you thought it would be when you had us over?
That was my goal. I picked this group carefully.
You're like, how do I get 3? By the way, I wish Loy was in town. I wish Loy was in town.
That'd been so
Oh.
funny.
He's the great neutralizer because he has nothing to do with he has nothing to do with music, but he cares about music more than all
Wasn't
three
he
of
on
us.
yours?
He cares about music more than everyone in this room, but
He
he's
was
not.
on one, wasn't he?
No.
Yeah,
Me, you, and Kurt did one. He was in the corner.
Oh, is that what?
Yeah.
Okay, where is
No one puts Loy in a corner.
Damn.
I don't know why you made him
Loy
sit in
in
the
the
corner.
corner.
like that.
Damn.
Thank you. What is this, sweet?
Something like that.
Is that weed?
Yeah. Just
Damn.
weed.
Um,
Damn.
Yeah, I'll try pot. First time.
Mickey's too.
Doing a review. Feels pretty light. Breezing pretty good. Good dope.
And unpackaging.
Easy on the lungs. Felt good. Felt right.
What did give us a description of the weed. How did it taste?
A little tangy with hints of Chernobyl. I like it.
That's that gas.
Who does it go to? That's that guy.
Oh my god. Is that birthday weed? Is that still birthday weed? What do you're
Oh, yeah.
Kobe's lit. Kobe's lit as fuck.
Oh jeez.
OUID.
I haven't seen Kobe laugh like this in a week. In like 2 days.
OUID. I like that spelling of weed.
Imagine.
OUID. Weed.
Weed.
It's like how you don't get narked on social medias.
Right. Bradley's trying to hold it together.
If you spell it OUID, the narcs ain't gonna.
That just sounds like an Indian herb.
Yeah, exactly. I got weed. OUID. It's legal.
Where's Elle at? She's working?
She's in Nashville
She's in Nashville.
Wow.
What's she doing over there?
with her mom for a few days. She'll
Her
be back Wednesday.
her hippie mom who has Berkey filters.
So do you.
I wish my mom had Berkey. I respect
What
her
are
mom
those?
for it's the water
She's
filter
the
I have in
fucking
my
best.
house. You don't know
She's
about
the
you don't know
best.
about clean
I know.
water. You grew up in LA. You lived in the LA River your whole life. You're basically a
Yeah,
mutant.
fair. Absolute fail.
By the way, I started. I have a new thing. I got a therapist in the last month, and she told me to walk outside first thing in the morning. Just go on a walk.
Andrew Huberman
It's
style.
genius. It's
I do
honestly
that.
genius.
So I did it today for the first time,
Foolproof.
and the LA River is like kind of by my house. It's kind of like there's a lot of water because it's been raining. There's these two ducks, and I'm like, I might be making this up.
Tony.
Two ducks are in the LA River. They're floating about. It's the cutest shit I've ever seen. And like the water's just carrying them because the current's going so fast. And then I keep walking, and they flew all the way back just to go down the river 4 times. They kept flying to me.
They're probably having fun.
I was like, they're having fun.
These ducks?
These 2 ducks knew, I was walking, and they kept flying to where I was because I'm on a path. And then they would take the river all the way down and then fly back. And it was the cutest shit I've seen. And I didn't
That's
have a
so
phone to
adorable.
record it because I'm on my walk without a phone. That's the
Yeah,
whole
it's a
It's a
point.
good thing.
And I was like, right here, baby. That's where this is living.
That's right.
I was like, this isn't for anyone except the podcast now.
I heard the move when you first wake up, seek sunlight immediately.
Yeah.
Andrew
That's what I
Huberman
do.
says that.
Andrew Huberman can suck it.
No, my day's not
What?
normal.
I'm just
until
kidding.
I
That
go
guy's
on my
brilliant.
run.
I would
once
love
I
to-
run, I feel good.
Who's Andrew Huberman?
He's like this incredible.
He's a
I don't
doctor.
even- was he a doctor? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
But he's super interesting because
he's like
when-
life hacks.
But when he was younger, when he was like a kid, he had a really fucked up childhood. Was like a big skater, skated with a lot of the big dudes, including like Rob Dyrdek and
sick.
I think Danny Way, and I might be wrong on Danny Way, but a couple of these guys, and went to jail, got a girl pregnant when he was super young, went to a shitty community college, and ended up becoming one of the top developmental neuroscientists or something. I don't know. I might be botching the title at Stanford, I think. And now he's like a huge,
Super brilliant dude. Great
Brilliant.
podcaster.
he's like really big into first thing in the morning, get 10 minutes of sunlight,
Mhm.
look at
Yeah.
not obviously if it's bright,
I don't even know
don't
if I
look
did
into
that
it,
today.
but look pretty close to it. Don't wear sunglasses, don't wear a hat.
You do that every day.
He's like one of the
Yeah, but your
dudes who
first thing
got
in the
cold
morning is 1
plunges.
PM.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
First thing at 1
Some
p.m.
When's the
days-
last time you woke up at pre 10 a.m.?
What do you mean? 2 days ago.
2 days ago, man.
But because you were up till 8 a.m.
No. Wait, it's okay. So the weekend doesn't count, first of all.
That's no
But on-
man's land.
no, but on weekday, yeah, I usually wake up 9:30.
Actually,
Yeah,
I'm surprised. I'm
yeah. I usually
genuinely
wake-
surprised.
I know you are.
I'm
I
aroused.
know you're surprised.
I'm genuinely aroused.
He's
dog.
aroused. You're
Genuinely
surprised.
What's
going on here?
3/4 chub right now.
No, I wake up
Maybe
9
more.
9:30 so I could do my
So you could
whole-
post on Instagram that you made that breakfast sandwich that you post every day.
No, I don't post it every day, but I actually haven't posted in a while.
It's all
You're
you.
making me look bad out there. My sandwiches don't look as good sometimes.
I'm a great sandwich
Mm.
maker.
Actually, they look better than yours.
What?
Just threw that in there.
This is a serious one. I feel like
Yeah, I don't know where to
doing
put my
work,
actual
like
lighter.
real work.
I have like 6 of them that I stole from everybody I live with.
Rob Dyrdek is actually, it's funny that you mentioned him. He's one of my favorite people like that ever existed in life. Now he's one of the most motivational speakers.
Is that what he does now?
Dude,
He's your
this
new Gary
guy,
Vee.
I watched his podcast. I forget what he was on. It was like a recent podcast. It might have been on Impulsive, but he is so enlightened to a certain degree that he has his life in such good, like, he's just an absolute legend. I have nothing but.
I'm not
good to
surprised
say
that he
about you,
like
Rob.
would have became
We love
a
Rob.
motivational speaker.
He talked a lot of shit on like his days on Robin Big and his days at Fantasy Factory and like how he went like brought them into debt and shit.
He
and
got hypnotized for success.
He brought who into debt? MTV.
I think so, or
No
I don't know.
way.
I might be making all this up.
I
He
feel like
ca-
he made them a gajillion.
He came
dollars.
up no, but he's a genius. He came up with like, so they started doing Ridiculous. He came up with this plan
Oh yeah.
where he started his own company.
Ridiculousness.
He lowered the cost of like what it is to shoot it, and like made his own thing, and is the production company behind his own show. It's on TV 24/7 because it's like short little snippets of things, and he like created the shorts model.
I wonder.
And he created Street
well,
League
the
Skateboarding,
question
which is
is,
dope.
who was first,
like-
him or Tosh.0? Because that was like the concept, right? It was like, let's take stuff from the internet and just analyze it.
Oh, from a
It's
ridiculous.
sort
Touch
of-
0.0.
It's not about who was first. It's like
I'm
Rob,
just curious.
Rob
It's
did
not about it. I'm just curious.
It was
first.
definitely
And
Touch 0.0, but it's a different thing. I think
It's pretty similar.
It's pretty similar.
Tosh.0 is
Funniest
more
Home
like.
Videos.
it's similar, but it's
Oh, facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it.
Yeah, but
well. And Tosh
For
comes at it
adults,
from the point of a comedian. Rob Dyrdek comes at it at the
exactly,
point of
exactly.
like a skater and like just
like hype. He just knows how to hype the crowd up.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah. Tosh.0 is like trying to get the laughs.
yeah,
Yeah.
No,
Is
but
that dude still around?
Love Touch Point.
Yeah.
Tosh?
yeah.
Is that his name?
Doesn't come out.
I haven't talked to him in a while, but I think so.
fuck, I wish you guys skated enough to know about Street League skateboarding.
I know about
Like,
Street League.
Rob created like,
Absolutely.
with
Yo,
the
those-
live
those
scoring, and that
dummies
was
are
shown on
great.
Fantasy Factory where you had them in for like the demo of the live scoring. To, like,
Yeah, he used to do it, and they'd have
It's
like the
so
big
cool.
door open on the
No,
side.
he's such a
the gate
legend.
door.
Robin Big, like the skit in
Yeah.
the DC video years ago, that like
Kobe, you ever
then
skate?
they were like that would be a good
Only
TV show
longboard.
idea, and then they did that.
That was my
and,
that
like,
was my
seeing
childhood.
Rob go from
Santa
like
Monica.
being like
Yeah.
us and like
But,
like loose
longboarding
to now his life's so tight
I
and
had a
it's
Sector
just
9,
inspiring.
like,
I love you, Rob.
Right.
Sorry, Rob.
So many different conversations going on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
just
Sorry.
got-
No,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
okay. I'm enjoying
Yeah.
it. Oh, that dog is just chilling.
Bradley, what's the skinny with you? What's the latest?
What's the latest? I do this. I
Yeah.
work. I wake up
Are
early.
Are these always
I do these
that?
every Wednesday. I put one of these out.
how but like how
Every
ma-
single Wednesday.
Yeah.
but how
This one will come out
how-
on a different day because it's a little bit different than like the
How
regular
often
interview.
are you recording though? Like so you said sometimes like a
Just
couple times
anytime
a
I
day.
spoke,
Some of them a
believe
couple
it.
times a day. Some of them.
Okay, so if you do a back-to-back podcast, like
Yeah.
are you're not burnt out by the second, third one?
Sometimes I am. Sometimes I'm not.
Wait, you
I
shoot them in the same day?
a lot. Oh yeah.
Really?
A couple days ago, I did 3. I did 2 guest ones and 1 solo.
Okay, so for that, right? Like at a certain point, like do you feel like you're asking the same like this there's no format here. We're just a bunch of
Most of mine haven't had
Yes.
format anymore. I have
Yeah,
like my
pretty
questions
much.
that I'm really
It's fair,
curious
fair
about,
assessment.
and I end up asking those, but like not. I don't have like some like pre-planned thing that I'm going to ask. I just happen to ask the same questions sometimes because it's what I'm curious about. But like
Right.
shit like this is very unplanned. But like
if I brought one of these people that we've been talking about, would you like
no, I would have a plan. I'd have an intro for their first
would you have
time.
a plan though?
No.
So I like that. So it's just more off the cuff.
There's enough. There's so many fucking amazing music podcasts that have this. You can expect the same thing every time, and that's great.
Right.
But the reason I'm doing this, the reason I'm fucking obsessed with this is I'm obsessed with people who absolutely live what they do or dove into it or took a route that was so obscure to get to where they want to go. And pretty much everybody in this industry has done that. I mean, there's always going to be outliers, but I'm obsessed with the person and what happened in their life to lead up to all these moments that made them this person. Like, I'm also a big fan of like, if you're obsessed with somebody, learn who they were obsessed with. That's where you're going to figure out the fucking gold. And out over here, I can do that, and I can ask questions, and I can ask questions that maybe I wouldn't think of if I was sitting there planning. That just kind of pop up, and
Right.
also if I think when I started, I used to have a way more detailed line of what I was going to do.
Well, I remember on some Nardwar shit, you were like, oh, I'm going to interview this person. Tell me like a few funny
I
things.
still do
about
that.
them. Yeah.
Sometimes I'll bring up stuff like that. It depends
Right.
on the person, but I've really tried to get to the point where if I have questions I want to ask, then that's what I'm thinking of. And it's really hard to stop and listen. And that's what my job is here, is to be a listener and to learn things and like.
You're not going to learn anything from us three. I'll tell you.
Do you
that.
guys know state radio?
No.
Yeah. it
Listen
was,
to Us Against the Crown.
Dispatch.
Honestly, I got superstitious when making my project, and I just only listened to Us Against the Crown like every time I was in
Was
the
that
car.
such a kind of an album?
State Radio's album.
Incredible.
Was that like one of their
The-
first albums?
The only
It-
song I know is "Write Me Up."
It's an incredible.
You know that
album.
song?
My favorite song was inspired on my project was inspired by Write Me Up.
Wait, so is
So
your
it's wild that you say
music
that.
like
Dude,
is it like
that's-
acoustic guitar?
No, it's like everything. Like it's like so it started where like the first song that I made for the project was acoustic guitar and like minimal drums, and then like I was like, cool, I'm gonna stay on this realm and do a lot of chants and everything. And then like as I made song after song, I was like 3 songs in, I was like, okay, maybe I'm gonna do like a little more cool like stuff. And like I
Well,
kind
yeah,
of
because you're like a producer. You get in the
but
nitty gritty.
this time I didn't get nerdy with it. Like my own music's actually the least produced, but like in a
who's heard your music
tasteful
so far other than your wife?
You're married?
There's like, there's probably like 9 people that have heard it. I'm
Really?
down. I'm literally down to
Where
play
am
it
I?
right now
How the fuck have I not heard it?
because we haven't sat together like right here.
What
I
have
could.
the 9
I would
people
play
said?
it.
Play it all right now. Every bit
I
of
would.
it.
I would.
What have the 9 people said?
Play one into the microphone.
Yeah, play one.
But only play like 20 seconds so it doesn't
Give
get...
us a snippet.
I'm gonna get a like. That's hard. That's hard.
Give us a snippet.
hard for
But you can't listen first. You can't like decide what
No,
plays.
I won't. Like I know what song I want to play.
Play
Well,
a
like-
different one then. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
That's good.
That's
good. But like I'm very passionate about this.
Kobe Jones, what are you rolling?
He's in routine mode.
Hash train. Question before you play that. Do you have?
Wait, should I not blow my wad right now?
No, it's
oh,
okay.
sorry for interrupting your question.
No, I just
That's
wanted
my
to know:
bad,
is
dude.
there another lighter that you have that's not a torch, or?
Yeah, somewhere. Yeah.
I
He
can
doesn't
go
want
get
to
it.
You guys keep talking. I'll find it.
decimate his.
What song
joint.
should I play?
Your favorite one?
They're all very different.
Yeah, but
So
yours
I'm
are
just
better.
you're gonna hear it for the first time like this.
Yeah, that's how
Yeah,
people are gonna hear
whatever.
it.
That's fucked. Like me holding. That's
Yeah.
how you're gonna hear it.
Yeah.
But remember, you can only play like 15 seconds.
You won't even hear the 808. I'm not doing it.
Please, Okay.
Nah, not 15 seconds. That's no.
Wow.
Fine, 20 seconds.
I'll play a loop I made today.
Yeah, I mean, I would.
Everybody gets.
I want it to be like you guys haven't heard it. Like I literally
That's
I
why
worked
it's noisy.
so hard on like
No, I feel you. Yeah.
I,
If it
I'm
was
not
my
gonna play it from you on an iPhone into this.
I feel you. If it was my artist project, I wouldn't feel like great about that.
I would do it.
No, like I'm hyped about
Bro,
it,
that
but I
gummy's
want to
hitting,
like
bro.
bump. I want to like super bump it.
You like that?
He said it was microdose.
Because like the song I was gonna play,
I
has
know,
a
but I know what I'm
crazy
looking for.
808.
And so
And
I
it-
know when it finds me.
Damn, I wish I could just casually take mushrooms.
No, I mean I've been found a while ago, but
Can we actually just pause the podcast so I could play you guys my thing and then we'll put it back on?
Don't
No,
pause it.
we'll
Everything
listen
has
at
to
the
be-
end.
I
like
just got
how everything
fired
has to
up.
be
I just got
natural.
fired up.
Sing it to us,
Sing
acapella.
it. Sing it acapella. Agreed.
No,
But wait, you
that's-
can
that's the
also at the
worst.
same time
Why
hum
not? It's
the
hard.
melody.
That's not hard.
Dean.
Teach us the
Wounds,
parts. We'll hum
wounds,
it.
Wounds. Is this
What was it? Zeus something?
Yeah, Zeus's
I don't care.
beard.
What are you
of
cooking?
Zeus.
hash? It's not cooking.
I'm just joking.
Wounds of Zeus.
That's so fucking metal.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Can you at least
I'm gonna
explain to
turn my
people what you're
whole
doing
shit
so
into
kids
that.
can understand?
Yeah.
Here, wait one sec.
So the kids can understand.
All right, tell them.
I have hash and tobacco in this paper.
What's hash?
And so,
What is hash?
come on. I'm not gonna go through
What is it,
hash.
crack?
What are you guys, narcs?
Explain the whole process.
Yeah, exactly. Come on. Hash, if you know what hash is, if you don't, do your research.
Hashish.
Talk to them.
And do your research. and and yeah, so you can't smoke hash in a joint, which that's how I like to smoke, just by itself. You have to mix it with some tobacco. So this way I'm basically melting the hash with the tobacco, and then I'm gonna spread it spread it around.
Thank you for this.
Does that feel a little cracky for you?
It doesn't for me, but I could understand how it looks.
I feel so educated.
I know you're gonna smoke it.
I feel so educated.
It's basically
Kobe.
just like smoking weed.
Crack.
It's just
Like, it's
it's
normal.
it's like wax, but not as wax. I don't smoke wax. It's not for me.
Picture
It's
your
for the
Jimmy
kids.
Mason
It's for the kids.
Actually, I'm not.
But yeah. Anyways, it looks a little weird. So I'm sorry about that. But this is how we smoke a hash joint. So
Is it one word or two?
this could be the
words?
first. Nah.
Hash joint.
It would be a lot. It's big. Hash
Let me
is
spell this
very.
hash joint.
Hash is a lot bigger in Europe and the Middle East and India.
You're so
of course.
cultured.
And India, of course. I'm so cool.
Of course.
I'm very fancy and cultured.
Fancy.
I love this podcast. This is so fun.
All right, you guys could continue.
Why did
talking.
they name a podcast a podcast? It's a pod of a cast.
I
Like,
guess
where
so,
does
yeah.
what's the
You're
pod? Who's casting?
It's a broadcast, but it's
Oh.
a podcast.
Wait, no, you're onto something.
Like, are we a pod and then
I
we
know.
cast?
You're really onto something.
I know, and I just
You
Like,
just-
are you technically just a pod and then the rest until you release
it
it?
literally just made sense right now.
no, I understand what cast means, but what is pod?
Is a pod really a cast until it's cast?
Like,
Whoa.
for instance,
You guys will never understand.
What do
Or
you
Or never get
understand?
this, I mean.
What is
Move on.
it?
What
It's,
have I done?
you'll definitely
What
understand.
What is it?
So it actually started with iPods,
Oh,
a broadcast from an iPod.
genius.
But it's that's what I'm saying. It's
Damn, Steve Jobs
broadcast podcast.
No, you were onto something. You didn't.
From
you didn't-
2004.
I didn't fully get it, but I was on
I
to
might be wrong.
something.
Wait, what's
2004?
What's an iPod?
I contributed to the discovery.
I know what an iPod is. But what's an
Dean,
iPod?
for the kids who are listening, explain to them what an iPod is.
Yo, hey yo. Actually,
Hey yo, why do you just become a rapper?
No, that's actually fucked
yo.
up. Don't cancel me, please.
So the name
It's on
the name
your
from a
iPod.
freelance copywriter who, after seeing the prototype, thought of the movie 2001: A Space Odyssey and the phrase "Open the pod bay door." Ha, and that's where iPod comes from.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I mean I could be wrong, but it's PC Mag, so
That's
Don't
not, yeah, I feel like they would know.
I don't
They're a
really
bunch of
fucking know.
nerds. They would know.
Wow, they're gonna cancel you right now. Yeah, you're
Canceled by PC, man.
cancel. Fucked on.
That'd
That'd be one hell of a way to
be a
go.
bad way to go out. Because you know they know how to hack your email.
Mhm.
They're gonna find some crazy shit about you.
They're already listening.
There's
Yeah.
like breakup sex, and then there's cancel sex,
What?
where you just got canceled. Kind of sex is like I can't have sex with you anymore. 'cause you just
Nobody's
got
gonna be able to
canceled,
hear your mic.
But we have cancel sex. Yeah, my bad. Yo, my bad.
Oh man, Kobe, you
Uh,
done with your crack?
No.
By the way, this is an hour-long thing. Every time we're about to go out somewhere, I'm like, how much longer until you finish rolling your joint?
just till he rolls a joint.
It's like 45 minutes.
45 to 75.
We're almost there, boys. Almost there.
You could watch like 3/4 of The Incredibles during that time. I've learned this because I love that movie.
Me too. You know the part that used
the
to
first
freak me out.
3/4 are way better than the last 4.
You know the part that used to freak me out. You know when he goes down to the water and he's in the cave and the thing goes and blows up.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
I love the Incredibles.
Ever seen it?
Show me the move one more time.
Either of them?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Fire.
It's good.
Dude, we have to have a viewing of The Incredibles. It's one of the best animated
never
movies
seen
ever.
it?
Kobe and I saw Avatar. We already talked about this.
Wait,
Okay,
wait.
but you haven't seen The Incredibles.
You've never-
That's like a different ballpark.
Is it? It's the fucking cartoon movie.
You're not playing
It's
in the
one of
same
the greatest
stadium.
movies ever
You're not,
made.
you're not in
This
the
is
same stadium.
Phenomenal.
Have you ever seen
I can't wait to watch
Toy
it.
Story?
Let's watch
Yeah,
it.
of course.
Okay, well you should be just as
No,
Yeah.
Toy Story's here.
No, The
So is The Incredibles.
I'm
I'm
telling
saying.
you.
The
Incredibles is here, Toy Story's here,
yes,
Incredibles
yes.
is here.
Incredible.
100%.
Finding Nemo here.
Pop it
Pop
on
it
right
on.
there.
Incredibles.
Well,
Here.
here. Watch The Incredibles.
It's as good as Finding Nemo and
And
Toy
it's
Story.
a-
Absolutely.
Yes.
I think
yes,
so.
The
yes.
second one too.
Yes.
The Incredibles. is
Second one
phenomenal.
was crazy.
Wait,
I agree.
How do you guys feel about Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs?
Fantastic.
Number
Good.
2.
I didn't
No,
watch-
Cloudy
no,
with
no,
a
no.
Chance of Meatballs. Number
I didn't
2
see number 2.
is one of the only sequels that's better than number 1. It's one of my favorite movies
I can
ever.
say
I feel like
What
Back to the
happens in
Future
that one?
number
They
2
create
is,
the
like,
world.
Fantastic.
might be better than number 1.
I think
They're
all
both
great.
incredible, but number 2
But that's
might be
how I
better.
feel about The Incredibles.
Home
Okay.
Alone 3.
Home Alone
might be
3 is
better than Home
garbage.
Alone 1.
How
Home
dare
Alone 3
you?
rules.
Did you just say
Home
Home Alone 3 is
3?
better than Home Alone 1?
Look at all the posters.
Home
in
Alone
my
3
bedroom.
Don't hit your head on the way out.
Home Alone 3 is
What?
when
Don't hit your head on the way out.
Home
Bro.
Alone 3?
Home
Am
Alone
I-
3,
am I-
they had a different actor. Macaulay Culkin was like, he
Wait,
knew.
he wasn't even Macaulay?
Yeah, exactly. You're talking about number 2 might be better than number 1. Number 3 was like, he was.
Where was number
Macaulay
3?
knew to leave. He was like, this series, this fucking series of
Nothing
movies is
beats
done.
number 1.
Wait, what?
I don't know. 2 might be better.
What
I've been
happened
listening
in
to the
2?
soundtrack.
2
It was
is where
probably
he's in
Home
New
Alone
York.
2.
2 is where he's in New
Yeah,
York.
yeah, that was the one in New York.
Yeah, I knew you didn't mean number 3. Number 3 I saw in theaters with my mom, and they replaced the actor, and he's like talking to his parrot. It's like, oh, he's got a bird. I'm like, what the fuck's going on in this movie? It got way worse.
Mean Girls in high school I saw in the theaters with my mom and is one of the best movies of all time. And I was so embarrassed because I was a little asshole.
Let me tell
I
you
agree,
something.
though. It was one of the
That I was
greatest
seeing
movies.
with-
Have
Get in
any of
the
you
car,
ever
bitch,
seen
we're
a
going
movie with
shopping.
your mom in theaters where
What,
there's
which
like,
one?
I was
Mean
a
Girls?
dick in high school.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
now I'm so
Great
I
movie.
love those opportunities.
have any of you ever seen a movie in theaters with your mom where there's like a hardcore sex scene because it's fucking awkward?
So
I think
awkward.
I saw Step Brothers in the movie theater with my mom.
Is there a
What?
hardcore sex scene in Step Brothers?
No, but there was like enough like putting balls on drums that I was still a little like.
I saw Wolf of Wall Street with my
That'd
mom,
be even
and
more
there's some
fire.
like,
That's
I
not
did
that
see Wolf of
awkward.
Wall
what do you
Street
mean?
with
There's
my
like one
parents.
part where he's like in her pussy and she's like kicking his
That's
face
very
away.
awkward.
I saw like
And then he's like
American-
snorting line off her like asshole or something.
That's very awkward.
I
It was
saw
awkward.
like American Pie too when my mom walked in when he was like getting a BJ under the table. Like
That's like the point of the
awkward.
movie. The guy walks in while he's like fucking a pie.
But that's
It's literally the
that's
fucking-
an awkward
it's literally the
movie. like,
movie.
He kills his
the
grandma
other one's not that awkward.
by her walking in while he's jerking off to the TV.
That happened?
Yeah,
Oh, so that was like number.
it like hit
not
her in
the
the
first
face
one.
and she
Not the
she
first
died.
one.
I think it was the first one.
No.
He was the second.
That was like number 5.
That
bro.
was
The
shot.
Oh no!
They made,
app?
like, they made like
Yeah.
20.
What are you
Hey,
looking
do you
for?
have, do you have the Grinder app?
The Grinder app.
Yeah, you do have Grindr.
Of course he does.
I have the Grinder. That was shot in. It's supposed to be like Elle's hometown, like
Mulan
her
is-
school.
Where's she
Like,
from?
I'm pretty sure Grand Rapids. I'm
Like,
pretty
is
sure
this
she
the
said
most
she had a
precious
teacher
thing?
who
I
was
can't. I
who the
wanna
character of the
be
girl
right
who
here.
shoved the flute up her
Look
pussy
at her
was about.
face.
No shit.
Yeah,
Huh.
Wait, hold on. Can someone give me
I
my
wish.
phone?
I wish.
that's one of the greatest scenes
Can
of all
someone
time.
give you your phone that's on your lap?
Hold on. I mean,
Dean's
Mulan.
wasted, boys.
wasted.
I definitely,
On my way there.
I definitely feel it. I'll
On
tell
my
you
way
that
there.
much.
I feel it.
This is the most
I got
I've
the
drank in
stack
years.
going.
I mean, I'm combo mode right now.
I'm
That's
combo
what I
mode.
This is the most I've drank in a.
What's your
in a long
combo
time.
mode right
Really?
now?
Yeah. for
No,
sure.
that the little
What,
bit
you
of
have, like, 2
edible,
shots?
like
Dude, I've
combined
been
with
filling.
the
I've
booze.
been
And the
filling-
weed?
refilling it.
Yeah, I guess I took pot too.
Yeah.
So.
Kobe, what's your stack right now? What are you on?
Am I allowed to speak freely?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm on the mushroom microdose thing
they're great.
that I was gifted. by
I
you.
No, you brought it yourself, dude.
Or that I brought myself. whichever
don't know what you're
better.
talking about. Me too.
And it's actually phenomenal.
It's fucking great.
Never had one of those.
Yeah, I took a little bit more too, and it's.
Oh,
I mean,
Oh
I
shoot.
took it this morning, then I took it
yeah.
before the podcast too.
No,
But
sick.
it's nice. It helps kind of make the whole thing a little bit less feel less important, which is nice. What's that face?
This is the alcohol.
Oh,
But
Yeah,
I
when the
agree-
mic's in
I
front
agree
of
with-
you, like
I
you
agree with
feel
what you're
different.
saying, but what's interesting is that when you I don't know about when you do that. I'm sure different people feel different ways, but it does help with exactly like what you said. Where I just forget that anything's here.
Oh god.
Anyway.
Are we burnt?
You know, I forget. I'm
Are
nervous
we
about the
burnt?
forgetting.
Is this podcast burnt?
But
what do you guys think? Are we done?
I'm just like, what else?
no, we're definitely not burnt. Like
We're not burnt.
I'm more nervous
I'm
about
going
what
for
I've
4 more
said
hours.
already, but like I could go forever. I'm enjoying
Mickey,
myself.
are we burnt?
I'm like, are we burned?
Mick
Like,
said he wasn't talking. Go to sleep.
You
my
did
gosh,
say
I know.
before the podcast. I've been on the show too many
Jones and I
times.
got
They
you.
haven't. I'm not speaking.
well, and
Has
then
Mickey
you said,
spoken?
because I thought this was going to be a podcast specifically about the artist projects of Wounded Beard.
I'm not wounded,
Zeus.
dude. That's the worst thing ever. That sounds like I have the most like politically charged music of all time.
Wounded Beard.
I
Wounded Beard.
don't
that's
think I'll
amazing.
ever write a politically
That's
charged
amazing.
song. I tried to write a politically charged song about Iran, and I just like couldn't. Like it sounded good, but I couldn't take like my voice. Like you have to have a beast ass voice to like be able to do that.
To be politically charged.
What do you mean? Bob Dylan didn't have a beat. Well,
it's so it has its
no.
thing.
when you say beast ass voice, you just mean like it's got a thing, right?
I mean, I have a thing. Don't get me wrong, but it's just harder to like really try to send a message like that.
But don't get him
'Cause,
wrong.
I mean, you saw me try to talk about it. Like I get nervous talking about something that's that serious.
Imagine
Like,
performing in Iran.
yeah, I get shot.
Wounded Beard with their brand new song.
The name's not Wounded Beard. Let's get it straight.
Yeah, let
It's
let
Zeus
the
something?
record show.
Yeah, it's Lord of Zeus.
Lord of Zeus
Lord
is Wounded
of
Beard.
Lord of Zeus. Please respect me.
What are you guys coming out with? What's the next? What can we expect? What should
No, I
people
do
go
have
look
a
for?
project. I'm still uncertain about the name. Likely
Right.
Exotic Raccoon, but it's the most likely name to be fair.
Exotic Raccoon.
I'm coming out as Exotic Raccoon, but
That's
Did
pretty-
you just
I'm
come
still,
out?
I'm
You're
still.
saying- is this just the
I'm
second
still
you said-
thinking of other. No. Like that
So
whole
he has a
video
name
I
instead
showed
of
you
instead
before
of
was
Beard of
Exotic
Zeus.
Raccoon.
You're saying instead
Beard
of
of Zeus wasn't a thing till like I made it up. Mickey made it up 1 second ago.
What are you talking about? Your show last week, you called yourself Bearded Zeus.
When you played at the Wiltern.
I could have.
Oh,
I couldn't
did-
believe that
I
you
could've,
rapped
so
with
I-
a mandolin.
I didn't know that you had a name, Exotic Raccoon.
No, that's my like Web3 identity that
Okay.
until now literally.
Yeah,
no one
don't
knows
tell
about.
everyone.
I'm fine with people knowing because I release cool art.
So do
But
you want to talk
I
about
might
it?
combine my
Dean,
normal
Dean,
identity
hype up your
with
project.
Web3.
Hype up your project then.
Yeah, so Exotic Raccoon.
Should I play my video for the camp?
Send me it. and
No,
I'll
not
put
that
it in.
project. Hype up your music. We're talking about music.
Oh, the
Oh,
music.
apparently we're
So
talking
I
about
don't
music
know if it's
project.
officially Exotic Raccoon, but I do have a music project, and it's being mixed right now, and it's
What's the name of the
very
project?
cool.
He doesn't
Well,
know.
we can come. I'm open to suggestions
No, I'm
right
saying-
now.
Leave your
Bradley,
favorite name
first
in the
two words that
comments.
come
I'm
to
saying
mind
the
right
name.
now. Go.
Zeus's beard.
But that's not original. First two original words
Um.
on your mind right now. Don't think. Go.
Devil's
Say.
cock.
Okay, that's yours. Now Bradley's. Go.
Um.
Marty's clunge. Go.
Is that yours, team?
That
What'd you
was
say?
mine.
What was it?
Those are the two words on my
Marty's
mind.
clunge?
Marty's clunge. Go.
I don't hate it.
It's not
Laser
bad.
focused. I don't know.
It's something.
Cinnamon Ralph.
I like
Cinnamon
I
Ralph
like
is
Cinnamon
fire,
Ralph.
dude.
I like Cinnamon Ralph.
I will rise from my seat as Cinnamon Ralph.
I kind of like Cinnamon Ralph. I kind of like it.
Yo, what up? I'm Cinnamon Ralph. Check out my tune.
Honestly, Cinnamon Ralph sounds like a real artist.
if we get to 2,000 listens, I'll make every one of you a roll.
No, don't lean into that part.
Oh shit!
Cause like,
Damn, cross that out. I don't believe
no,
that.
I could 1,000% see like a label messaging me being like, "Hey, so we got this new guy, he's Cinnamon Ralph. We're hoping to get some days in the studio with you and Cinnamon Ralph."
A&R, he had that one song pop off.
Cousins,
Yeah.
cousins
Yeah.
with Wreck-It.
I want your cinnamon thing.
Have you seen Wreck-It, Ralph?
No,
See, then you're missing out. That's also one of the greatest movies.
better
of all
than
time.
on
better
the-
than The
no.
Incredibles.
Joe
Not better.
put me on to Wreck-It Ralph.
I say
but
it's up there.
it's
Though.
not one of the greatest. It's not one of the
It's not one of
I
greatest.
think you're both wrong.
It's
It's
not.
really good. By the
Go
way, it's
watch
very
every
good.
other greatest, and you
Yeah.
won't. It'll
Educate yourself.
knock it out. Educate
I
yourself.
don't listen to
man.
somebody named
What are you
Zeus's
doing?
beard.
Come here.
He's Cinnamon Ralph now.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Yo, how about consider that? Bring that up to the board.
Like,
Also-
Cinnamon Ralph doesn't work.
What do you mean?
More
That's
names.
so
Okay, go.
hard.
First two words.
Kobe
Come
should
on.
get like
Cinnamon Ralph.
5% of all your
No,
royalties.
come on.
Just for not
that,
even
that
if
we
you-
haven't heard.
Great name.
No, come on.
Great name.
I'm saying the
Great
first.
name.
two-
Honestly, I'm keeping that
Don't
tuck
filter.
then.
Don't filter yourselves.
Mazel
The first
tov.
two words on your mind. Go.
Moulin Booze.
I keep my
Mulan Booze.
tuck.
Okay, Jones. First two words on your mind.
You already said, bro.
Come on.
On your mind.
Come
All
on.
right, come on.
Come on.
Come on. Okay, Mickey, go.
I already told you,
Come on.
Devil's
Sit.
cock.
If I made
I'm gonna
K,
throw another iconic
Honestly, if
name
I
at you
made
within
K-pop-
seconds. I'll make a. You want me to do that?
if I
Want me
made
to do that?
K-pop and my name was Come On, I'd have a number one smash.
It's also a good name.
Boy.
That's fire.
All right, Kobe,
I
what's
might
going
have to
on
be
with your
Kamakama.
music career? Why don't you let the fans know?
Please.
I'm also coming out with a project.
Also,
Are you?
Devil's
What have you been working on?
I've been working on a lot. I haven't shown you or really anyone yet because I'm only gonna show people once all this stuff is mixed.
I feel that.
And
Who mixes your stuff?
Anatoly.
Anatoly, dude.
What are you in the mob?
Come
Who
on,
was that?
dude.
Anatoly, shout out Anatoly. Shout out Anatoly,
Anatol?
this talented engineer out in Russia.
It's Russian.
Yeah, who
Did you lock this?
basically has done a lot of my the past releases that I did.
I think it's out.
Okay. How many
and,
songs
yeah,
are
the point
done?
is,
How many songs are done, and how many are you trying to have finished?
the thing is, I'm trying to narrow it down because I have a lot of songs done in general, okay? But for this project, I have...
Put some respect on
Put some respect on my fucking name. But for this project, I have about 12 songs right now.
Mm-hmm.
And
You're putting out like an album.
So I'm, for the first time, been debating, and I think I've come to the conclusion that I want to put out an album.
Okay.
Because obviously... yeah, thank you.
What if you put out
Um,
one single every month, and at the last month you wrapped him up as an album with 2 more singles?
Kobe's done it all though. Like
Yeah,
Kobe has the ability to be able to drop an album because people he's
I
been
have
doing it for long enough that everyone
Yeah.
knows what he's done.
and the fact is that I have so many songs that I'm just down to try it out this way.
Right, like a project.
That's a cool I fuck with
And
that.
that-
For
you mean
you
as opposed
heavy.
to singles?
First of all, but not
I
as
do.
just opposed to a project, like as an album, as my debut album that I
Not like a mixtape.
listen
Mix-
from. I understand from a rapper's perspective.
Mixtape
I
always
would-
feels like it's like a cop out.
yeah,
I'm gonna
and
go
I would
die.
love
I
to
gotta
call it
go
a
pee.
mixtape. And
Yeah.
once I'm hopefully
Should I go?
whatever. And point is, boy, you're leaving. Wow,
I'm sorry, John.
I really can't believe you right now.
I coughed and now I have to pee.
We heard you
Okay.
start talking. He's like,
Okay, yeah.
bye-bye.
No.
Okay,
but
so
dude,
you have a bunch of songs. How many are finished that you want to put on the project?
at least 12.
So why not? Like, how many more do you need?
That's all that I need,
So
really.
so
But
just
I've
get
just
it mixed
been,
and put
I've-
it out.
Yeah, exactly. I've just been finishing final touches
So
on
then
it.
they're not finished. That's
No,
what I'm
no,
saying.
no,
How
no.
many are finished?
So
There's 12 finished, but there's a couple more that I love that I want to just make a few more choices.
Oh, so you want to have like the option to choose between them?
Exactly, and I want to really choose the best of the best.
Gotcha. What's
I
the
have-
project gonna be called?
So I'm really
Cinnamon
leaning. I'm really leaning towards, and I love going with my gut instead of overthinking. I think I'm gonna call it "Stuck in Hollywood."
Don't love that.
You don't love it?
I don't love that. But that's also because anytime I hear a song come out and they mention LA, I fucking hate the song immediately. I'm lonely in LA. It's raining in LA. It's cold in LA. I'm like, dude, stop. We're on the 405. I'm like, just stop. I know.
I
I fucking know.
I agree. I agree with all of that. The only reason why I'm thinking about calling it stuck in LA is because I have
You said Hollywood.
Stuck in Hollywood. Sorry. It's number one. It's Hollywood. I haven't heard really many songs specifically, or albums specifically Hollywood style. It's Los Angeles. It's California.
Hollywood's bleeding.
Okay.
Hollywood's dead.
All right. That.
Hollywood undead.
Well,
I might have made that up.
Shout out Hollywood Undead. That's
Holy Hollywood.
I don't know what that is.
Hollywood hell.
What
What
is
about
that?
I'm just making these up.
Hollywood?
What is that?
Hollywood swingers. It's like an old ding, ding, ding.
Should we end this while Dean's in the bathroom?
Yes.
Fine.
1000%. And no,
Fine.
we should end it while Dean's in the bathroom, and then when he comes back, we keep talking, and he thinks the podcast is still going.
Fine. So you don't love Stuck in Hollywood?
It's because of my, I don't know if the word is propensity, to just hate things that are any songs having to do with LA.
Okay, okay. What do you think about Jones World? You don't love it?
I don't love it. I don't love it.
Stuck in Hollywood, I don't know, I really doesn't need. I'm not married to it.
Like think about like her loss.
I know, but
Think about it. You live that life.
I know, but
You're really out here in these streets.
it's true.
Like
He's not lying.
no one's lying. None of us are lying.
Here's okay.
What if you call the album Mulan after your dog?
Yo, and have her be just the cover, just her face.
Nah.
Or what's
I can't
Mulan
do that.
backwards?
Hold on, let me
Not
see.
Loom?
Let me see if
That'd
I
be
had
very
any on
cryptic
my
of
phone.
you.
Hold on.
What do you have in your phone other than just garbage?
Let me see. I just tons.
That's
of
just
notes.
his shirt. Look at his shirt.
What does it say? I
It's
can't
just,
see from
it's
here.
literally just a garbage can.
Is it? He's
Walking garbage can.
Dean, the podcast's over. We
No. What do you think? what do you think about Before the Fame?
What if we just ended it?
I like that significantly better than it sounds like a Drake album, but I like it way more than
That's a compliment.
yeah. I like that way
Then
more
it's-
than the
then
first
it's
two.
done. I'm running it.
But just because of me?
Not because of you. Well, fine. What do you think? Dean's on. I wanted you here.
Sorry, dude.
He needed you here.
Okay, I'm thinking about names for my project that I'm releasing.
Dude, you rolled the perfect joints.
Yeah,
It is
yeah,
worth all that
He
time.
didn't when I first met him though. This dude would
It's
roll
true.
these caterpillar like
Dude,
disgusting
look at this
like
thing. This is flawless.
Sure.
Just saying,
like
you
on
can roll those in a lot
Halloween,
less
like if you're
time.
on Halloween and you're in a costume kind of joints.
Look at that thing.
Yeah, but you're
like
not winning any
scary.
speed
Go to
contests, my
class.
friend.
Go back to
Facts.
class.
No,
kids.
I could do precision and speed pretty well.
It's a grown man's game.
Yo,
I was trying to
Snoop.
talk about my project, dog.
Oh my bad. I was just trying to promote myself, dude.
Um,
Thing about your project is
what? Okay, I just listen.
Just
No,
don't
no,
say
I
anything.
wanna-
Just tell him 3 names and see
Okay.
which one he likes the
okay.
most.
bring it.
Jones World.
Don't say it. Just keep
You
saying.
know-
No,
you
don't
know
just
me.
say all the names. Don't,
No, but you know me
Don't
and
respond yet.
don't respond. Put them all
Oh,
out.
Jones World.
Number 1, Jones World.
Love it.
Number
Stuck
2,
Stuck in Hollywood.
Number 2, Stuck in Hollywood.
Jones World.
Number
3.
3.
Before the Fame.
Jones World.
What do you say?
Zeus's beard.
Jones World all day. How could you not
Which
do
one,
Jones
brother?
World?
I need your authentic opinion.
Can you give me them again?
Well, he heard my argument though, so he's not.
Jones World.
What's
I know,
better
he's gonna
than
be
Jones
back.
World?
I don't disagree
Jones
with the
World.
Hollywood thing. Jones World I like because
Stuck in
it's-
Hollywood.
mm,
In your position,
the
you
Fame.
need that arrogance. You need that confidence.
Before the
and
Fame
Jones
sounds
World
like it's
is
the
that.
the prereq to Stuck in Hollywood.
Jones World's energy. You need to create that world of fans, and they are Jones World. Like Jones World is the only option.
I
And
think
if you-
Jones World you could have more fun with, and there's more room to grow from there.
It sounds more fun.
It's more of like I
Oh,
want to be
you wanna
in
be taken
Jones
seriously.
World.
It also sounds like Kobe
Before the
Jones.
Fame might be.
It just sounds the most professional. to me.
Before the Fame's not dope.
Before the
I think
Fame,
Before the Fame is bold. I think
I
it's
don't.
bold.
I think it's
And I
probably
like it.
been
It's
done.
manifesting.
I like
I
many
don't,
a
Jones
think
World
time.
it, I
better.
don't think it's been done.
I think
honestly.
a lot of people thought about it.
I don't
I
care
like
Should I
what
look
they.
it
I
up?
don't know what
Should we
they.
look
I don't
up
care.
Look it
I
up.
like Jones World better because
I like Jones-
you're
by the way-
creating your world. You're,
Okay,
I have a
can
text.
I say something?
I have a
There's
text.
Fame.
I have a text from
Listen.
Drake. He says before the Fame has been
Listen,
taken.
There's Fame, and then there's Jones World, and you can't.
Can I say something
you
real
can't
quick?
be famous in Jones World
This
if you
is
ain't
just.
Jones.
This is just.
Come
I
on,
put out
man.
one EP. I put out one EP.
What was it called?
It was called Lost Scandalous.
Hate that.
You hate that?
I hate
You've
that.
never heard Lost Scandalous in your life.
You
That's fire.
That sounds like a fucking like.
He's heard it one
like-
enough times to hate.
I like
That
it.
was the most Mickey shit in the
No,
world.
for sure.
I
Lost
li-
Scandalous. You've never.
No, it sounds like a play on like some San Andreas shit. Like it sounds like it would be in Grand Theft Auto.
But he's from here, so he could say that.
That's what I'm saying.
Lady
Every time-
Lady Gaga before the Fame 2008 CDR. She want to have the
Shit.
same name album as a
You're
Lady
coming after
Gaga.
gods?
Let's
No.
go.
Gods?
Let's go.
Will you also
Bruce
look up?
Springsteen before the Fame.
Oh shit!
Bro, you're
You're
lying.
going
Album name?
He's going head to head with Bruce.
Will you look up Stuck in Hollywood?
Of course,
Yeah,
that's an
you won't
album.
do-
No, it's not.
You got to
I'm
diss
telling
Bruce in
you.
one.
By
A
the way,
subtle
it's-
Bruce diss. You won't cause beef with Bruce.
You guys are.
Stuck in Hollywood by some band I never heard of.
You've never.
How about
Jones World
Can
is
I?
it? Jones World
Can I
is
explain? Can I explain
it. You
Stuck
take
in
them to an
Hollywood for a
amusement
second?
park based off Jones World.
Go ahead.
You don't
Explain,
care.
explain it.
You
I want to
dip in
hear
the
it.
mix.
It's
Stuck
10 o'clock. Why am I still here? Good God.
we're going on 2 hours?
Good God.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. Stuck in Hollywood the concept of Hollywood,
Nick,
people are always trying to get to. You get what I'm saying?
What's going on?
Special.
Yeah. Sorry.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Kobe, I missed that. Sorry. Go. Say
The concept of Hollywood is something. Yo, you're going to Hollywood. This is where you want to be.
American Idol.
American Idol. Yeah, exactly.
You get what I'm saying? And what stuck in Hollywood
The other
is
side's over
an
there.
interesting twist, I think, which is
Damn, it's happy for.
acknowledging that it is a
Sicko.
fun place to be,
What?
but
Pour some back in.
No, sorry.
you could get, stuck
Move that.
in a certain,
Thank you.
just like
Kobe,
surround-
no.
Hey, will you explain Jones World to us?
Jones World. Come on, man.
Explain that, Kobe. I mean,
Explain What's Jones World?
Jones World is. I don't think there's many people who think exactly like me.
Exactly, and that's why I said in the beginning.
But can I? You haven't let
Sorry,
me say
I'm
one
an
thing.
asshole.
I want to say a
I'm
disclaimer.
sorry. I
wanna
shouldn't
say a
be.
disclaimer. I'm
I
trying
would
to
be
say
mad if you were
something here.
talking during my moment too.
Come on,
I'm sorry.
come on.
Yeah, go.
Oh my god.
I just want to say a disclaimer. I'm gonna make many albums in my life. I'm not tripping on this.
Yeah.
This is one of many albums.
that's why one was called Lost Scandalous.
No, that wasn't an album. That was an EP. I'm gonna listen. Don't be
Shut the
convinced.
fuck up,
You
man.
know,
No touching the mic.
you know,
Don't touch
Lost
the mic.
Scandalous is a good name. You know, Lost Scandalous is a good name. Moving on. I'm gonna make many albums, so I'm gonna do Jones World at some point for sure. I'm wondering if it should be
Yeah,
my
I feel
first
you.
my first one.
It's
right
not
now.
the debut
It should.
name.
It's not the debut name.
No.
I think it's the. Yo,
I still
I'm
think
still here.
Mazel Tov is a better name.
Mazel Tov goes
No,
hard.
that's for BLP. That should be a BLP. Shout out BLP.
Shout out BLP one time.
No, but what? Okay, I
What
don't
about
know.
Shalom? It's
If
Kobe
you do an
Jones.
album thanking all your haters called Mazel Tov, that goes so nuts.
No, we were saying Mazel Top, like when you get head,
Mazel Top.
but it's like
At
great
your
head,
bar
so you have to give
mitzvah.
him. Yeah, when you get head,
We're wrapping this up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, if you've watched this far, you're a psychopath. But
Yeah.
if you have any good names for Kobe's debut album
Yeah.
and Dean's
I'm sorry.
artist
Comments
name, put them in the
below.
comments.
Pop them in.
Yeah, but point is, I have a lot of music that I'm dropping right now as a project, and I'm not going to drop it for at least another 2-3 months, which is very unlike me. I usually drop a lot of music, and right now I'm just taking my time shooting the visuals, getting everything nice and proper for everybody who's tapping in, and this is the first time that I'm doing it like that ever, where I'm just curating an experience very purposefully.
Called Jones World.
Yeah,
It might be.
No,
Let's
I
go, let's
believe
go,
it.
Kobe. Let's go.
When I first
Let's
met
go,
you,
Kobe.
the music,
I'm excited.
I fucked with you because the shit that you said.
yeah.
On
And I haven't
Pause
sent
was
it to
wild.
any of you guys because I really, just once it makes, I'll send it out. But
That's what growth
it's-
is, though, man.
it's just I'm
That-
so
I feel it.
basically, Mickey, exactly like you've been saying, is like I've just been tapping into more of who I am, and I've just been unapologetic in my music.
When the fuck did I say that?
Yeah, you
haven't
said,
said
it,
that.
dude.
No, but
Scum.
but you said that I live,
Oh, that you
I'm a
actually
person- I'm a
live that
person-
life.
For instance,
yeah,
I'm a person who like I'll be in a studio with someone, and like just because I'm singing about certain shit, I'll realize like this person will like try like, yeah, let me write some, and I'll be like, I'm just saying you should be self-aware of like what you actually authentically do. And I would never, when people hear my music, when they first meet me, they'd be like, oh yeah, that's dope. Are you like pretend? It's like,
Right.
I don't pretend about anything. Like I really, really don't.
You're
Um,
genuinely
looks like
Kobe
Kylie.
Jones.
Yeah, I don't. What?
That's why I
Your
said
new
you're a
thing looks
mythical
like
character.
Thank you. I love that compliment. I'm a type of person who just,
Well,
Wait, does your new ting really look like Kylie?
some of them have. Yeah.
I mean,
Let's go.
I love you guys. We're gonna do this every month.
okay. What do we say?
Hopefully you guys still kept listening. Everybody plug.
for having us.
Oh, of
Do we
course.
say the thing?
Yeah, we're gonna do that in a sec. But everybody plug yourself real quick. What are your socials?
Boy, Lord.
Kobe Jones TV.
Aryay Lion.
Well, you have to think about that too much.
Aryay.
Thank you
Yeah.
guys. I love you. If you're still watching, you're fucking nuts.
Right.
Thank you. That was a lot of fun.
Cheers.
I'm
big
excited to
cheers.
keep
You're a
doing
real
these.
one.
You're a real
Hell
one.
yeah.
And you're
And
smart and sexy.
to everybody
You're
listening,
very smart. So smart. I'm Dean.
I'm Kobe.
I'm Mickey,
you know what to say.
and this is an experiment.
Goodbye, everybody. I love you guys.
Experiment.
Goodbye.
Experiment.
Experiment. Let's go, boys.
The experience is the experiment.